I just want to start this episode off by saying I truly, truly love you all and love Wednesdays.
Look at you being positive today.
No, seriously. I think it's important for us to start with just
positivity,
appreciation.
Oh, appreciation
for one another.
That's what I said.
And gratitude.
And gratitude.
You know, last week after I called us the Mid to No podcast,
look now, look at you now.
Got your ass in there.
Everybody let me know
great.
we weren't mid.
Yeah, we tried to tell you.
I think that was needed because like that made everyone be like, no, you guys aren't mid.
And sometimes
that moment was needed.
And I feel Savon as a creator, sometimes you don't want to feel like everything you do is valid, but it's us.
That's where I was coming from.
Us, though.
That honestly, that's the point that I was trying to make. Like, yo, we're not. Oh,
nah, don't start again.
Oh, you want to go again?
No.
All right.
Welcome to episode 164 of the Need to Know podcast. I am one of your amazing hosts. Our guy, Devon Terrell, is not here, but as always, we always make sure to pull some of our favorite people, our favorite friends. And this week, we got our guy, the legend in the making, Foeman, Leavens Gene. Can we clap it up for him? Can we clap it up for him?
A little round of applause. I need a little something.
Super producer. Do we have the claps? Drew? No, Drew? Okay, cool. No claps.
He's like, my bad.
That's crazy.
They upgraded everything, but they took away the claps, and it's all good. Shout out to HMD Studios, the greatest studio in the tri-state area for all of your podcasts and music recording needs. But yeah, no Devon Terrell. It's myself. We got Alex, my guy.
Gang. What's good, y'all?
You're sought after.
What? Wait, what? No, I'm not.
You're sought after.
No, I'm not. My name is Alex. My name is not sought after.
No, but that's what you are.
Nah, no way.
Yeah.
They don't want me.
Bro, we have like data.
You want me to drop the answers?
We're like the data collectors now.
Leak the answers?
Y'all nasty.
I can't even lie. Like as podcasters, we're just collecting data. And also we have the amazing, the intellectual, the genius, the one and only. I want to call her Pen Griffey, but that's Armand. Shout out to Armand. So we got that's my guy.
She's a therapist. She's all of our therapists now.
I would definitely hire you as my therapist. But we got the one and only Reggie in the building. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. We do got to get sound effects now that we don't have the sound effects because I kind of was getting used to like, yo, let's clap it up a little bit. Right. But before we get into everything, let's do the Rasta Clock Challenge. Who's ready to read?
But why is it a challenge?
Nah, bro, that shit fucked me up last week. I thought I was having a stroke.
Oh, you talking about the read, right?
Nah, yeah, I thought I was having a stroke.
I want to talk to the listeners that maybe wasn't here last week. See, the Rasta Clock, we had a Rasta Clock ad. You know, that's our people.
Those are people. We love Rasta Clock.
It's one sentence on that ad that they sent us. Let me tell you.
Let's not put it on them entirely.
Because
that's us. Because I could have said, hey, look, guys, you know what I'm saying? Let me figure this out. Maybe we could. Yeah, it was a collaboration like error, but it was fun.
Nice love. Listen, Rasta Clock is right, and I'm dyslexic. Yeah. See? So you said that shit right.
Bro, I promise you, when I was reading that ad read, I thought I was having a stroke. But anyway, let's shout out to our people, the good folks over at rastaclot.com. Rastaclot is about inspiring and challenging human beings to keep positivity on the forefront of everything they do and being inspired. Doing good for themselves, doing good for others, and educating oneself. Please make sure you go to rastaclot.com on the checkout. These are the dopest bracelets on the market.
You see it.
You do not need jewelry anymore.
Listen.
The watches, the bust down, the rappers, y'all niggas be faking and capping in line. So just go get a real Rasta Clock bracelet. Again, they're super dope. Ladies, I know y'all love zodiac signs. We got all the zodiac signs over there. Scorpio, Capricorns. Yo, I heard the Scorpio males are sex addicts. And I'm not a Scorpio.
Why do you know that?
Scorpios in general, that's like the sexual sign.
Somebody showed you something, huh?
A male nigga? You think a Scorpio male showed me something?
Oh, you talking definite, bro. What happened?
My father is a Scorpio male.
Oh my goodness.
So now what? Shout out to the Pain Master, you heard?
You right.
Anyway, rastaclot.com at the checkout. Make sure y'all type in need to know for 20% off at the checkout. Again, it's a super dope gift to give. If you want to gift yourself, personally, I got to re-up. I lost my favorite bracelet last week at the studio. We were having so much fun recording. I think I took it off. Because I don't know, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see a lot of the times that I like to kind of like fidget with things in my hand. I don't know what it is. Like I think it's something in my brain that's just a little weird.
Are you anxious, Savon?
I might be anxious sitting on the couch with you because you be killing shit.
That was smooth.
You know, some people be like, what's it called? Like shaking their foot. Yeah. It's like, it's one of those.
I'm one of those people, and I think I lost my Rasta Clock beads collection bracelet. So I got to re-up. Definitely got to re-up. I'm definitely going to use.
Your ADD, you just be taking your clothes off.
Yo.
That's how your shit works.
I think that is how my ADHD works.
Wait,
Alex,
on
I got my
today.
bracelet. Look.
Oh, shit.
I told you.
Well,
I
you just
really
found
noticed
it?
Nah, Rob just tossed it to me from the front. I left it here. I think
Wait,
magicians.
I lost my charger last week.
She thought her shit was gonna pop
Oh,
out.
that's gone?
You ain't getting that back.
It don't work like that.
Wait,
Reg.
which end you had? You had the fast joint?
And I'll be like, and it falls out of the sky like that.
Wait, Reggie.
That fucking bracelet just did.
Reggie, you had the fast joint?
I don't know. Yes, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna take.
If
I'll
you had
take
the
it.
fast joint, it's gone long
Yo, we
gone.
record
Somebody
in Brooklyn. She's
slapped
not
that.
getting it back
Shit is
regardless.
gone. The
Oh,
gangsters
over
be in
that.
the studio.
But again, rostacloud.com at the checkout, it is need to know for 20% off of your next purchase. Let them know who sent you.
Somebody replied on the questionnaire. They were like, "Oh, I like when you guys shout out Rostacloud. I have 6 now."
That's fire. That's fire. I can't wait to talk about that questionnaire, man. Like it was so many emotions reading that question. And shout out to Reggie because that was all you.
Oh,
Wait,
stop.
inform the people what we talking about because I know a lot of people maybe wasn't even on Instagram to catch what we talking about.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let 'em know.
So I was brainstorming. I was like, I love talking to the listeners because whatever you guys tweet us and DM us, you guys are mad funny. Like you guys have, I feel like we all share the same sense of humor. That's why we all connect. So I was like, how can we hear from them more? And then I wanted to do something called the Need to Know Awards. And it started off very basic. I'm not gonna take up all the credit because
Do it.
it snowballed into something crazy because Pierre and Savon put their questions in as well. So basically, I just wanted to like put like a little forum, and I want to do basic shit like, oh, who's the best tweeter? Oh, who's the cutest? But then they gave us very fun questions, and then we put that out into the universe. It was literally a public, open questionnaire, polls, whatever, open-ended answers, and you guys went in. I think by the time we're like recording this, I think we hit like 200 responses.
Mind you,
That's crazy.
we're only leaving up this poll whenever we do it. We're only leaving it up for 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
So you only got 24 hours to respond
Maybe
because we
even
want to kind
less.
of make it
Yeah.
super interactive. And I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
because the responses were so deep and it's really like y'all really fuck with us.
Nah, for real, honestly.
Y'all really fuck
I
with what we're
realized that
doing.
this-
And I didn't know that. Like, if y'all listen, especially our Patreon community, shout out to the Patreon community. We've been flooding over there, by the way.
Word. Please
Like, real
go
quick,
over
let me
there.
put a pin in what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Reggie has vlogged.
My lifelong dream of being a vlogger is now. Yo, and I don't know if I said this ever on air, but like I was having so much trouble editing. Like I think I exported it like 70 times, like on my computer. Like John was helping me. We're like, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna
do it. And then I just finally like used like a basic program that I already have on my phone. And it just worked. And now go check out my vlog.
You killed it.
Oh my God,
Nice
stop.
fire. And I'm in it
Now-
too, so definitely go see that shit. Word.
Oh yeah, you
No,
was.
you
I was
spoiled the
jealous. I was
surprise.
hating. And the crazy thing is, I knew Alex was in the vlog. Like for mad long, I knew this was coming,
Yo.
and I was still hating when I watched. I'm like, damn, they really be outside.
I'm not gonna lie, Reggie
And it was
really
such
be
a
outside.
cute, like, hey,
Yeah.
Alex. And it works so perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of it. I'm open to all feedback. You know, I know I'm a beginner, but I'm very proud of it. Please check it out on the
Now you got a
Patreon.
future
It look good.
in vlogging.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It
Please
was
go
a
over
lot.
there.
It was like the concert. It was a brunch. It was a cute little car ride. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So definitely go
Culture.
check that out on our Patreon. Again, it should be
Please.
in the bio somewhere. Devon Terrell is blogging. We're giving extra content.
Oh yeah, he's been putting up vlogs.
Yeah,
so.
we going crazy. Also,
He's
we
doing
got
more of
He
it.
stole my thunder, but whatever.
additional episodes. If you're in our highest tier, we're giving you 2 episodes a week, each and every single week. So yeah, go tap in,
Ooh,
go
that's a
check that
lot.
out. Yeah, if you think about it, like we
Yeah.
record a Patreon every time we do a regular episode, so that goes
True.
out every single Monday.
I'd say that's worth a little $14.99.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
I'm just gonna be surprised when you click the link, be like, oh shit, you gotta pay this. But anyway,
There's
going
other
back,
tiers.
right? There are different tiers. Just going back to the Need to Know Awards, our questionnaire. I was so surprised and grateful. Like,
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised. I remember when we first were like, Savon was like, oh, how are we doing? Because at first I was like hoarding the answers because I didn't know how to share that shit.
Now I was like, yo, send them over, Reg.
And I was like,
Damn.
yeah, I'll send screenshots. But now I'm glad we found a way to share it because there's no way I could possibly share it with screenshots because there was so many like paragraphs, so much emotion like put into these answers. But at first, Savon was like, yeah, how are we doing? I was like, oh, we got like 30 answers. He's like, wow.
I was amazed that
No, no,
30
no.
of you like took the time
No,
out.
and you know
something
me. I would have
Honestly,
genuinely been so appreciative of like 29 answers, like responses, but we got like about like 200. Everybody went detailed.
200
like,
per category.
Yes.
That's
And
just that blew me out the
honestly,
water.
yo, Drew, I don't know who I got to call to get our hand claps back because I just want to like give us mad round. I want to give me a round of applause right now. Like we could do that, right?
That's how they used to do it back in, back in
Old
the
school,
day.
old school, like you back in kindergarten. Come on.
The setup Fresh
Honestly,
Prince.
I think, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm
No,
open to be. No, I might be wrong, but I'm
They
open,
told you was wrong last week. Go
I'm
ahead.
open to being wrong.
Yeah, they really got our back.
There's a method to the madness sometimes,
All the time. I live by that.
and I know, you know, especially Devon and Reggie, they didn't see it at first. Like Alex, he kind of been around this nonsense for a while, so he kind of just let me whatever.
I live in nonsense.
I think that was the first time I really caught Reggie off guard. Like, yo, this nigga is bugging.
Nah, she looked at you.
Wait, what?
When I called us the Mid to No podcast,
Oh,
Nah, you looked
you
at him.
wasn't having it. Like, you wasn't having
You
it.
looked at him like,
Yes.
what?
But I think the
I know, you
method to that
deadass.
was like, let me not try to take
You're not
credit
trying to
for
spill
that.
your sauce?
Yeah, let me not take credit for that.
Nah, come on.
But I do believe that it sparked the people that listen and support us to be like, yo,
Yeah.
nah, let me let y'all know how I feel. Because one of the things that I always say about doing this whole podcast thing is that unlike a musical artist or whatever, first off, the cover art is the cover art. So I think from a psychological standpoint, promoting your favorite song or promoting a new song, a part of promoting that is, hey, this looks appealing and this is attractive for me to screenshot it and put it on my story.
Absolutely.
Right?
Share
That's
with
marketing, subconscious marketing.
others.
With our podcast, especially with Apple, majority of our listeners are on Apple, and it keeps that generic artwork, right?
Shout out to y'all on Spotify, though. Y'all there.
Y'all are everywhere, and I can't wait to even talk about that.
yeah.
But
Spotify.
with Apple,
Yeah.
right, if you screenshot it and post it on your story every week, you see the same thing, and so maybe it can become a little bit stagnant. So you're not really posting, and I see we have a large community, but due to the fact that we're kind of playing catch up on YouTube, right, we just really started massaging the algorithm on YouTube. There's no other way for anybody to comment or give feedback.
Right.
And it's fucked with me for a very long time. I think I've been very transparent about, yo, comment on my shit.
And a lot of the times, like, when they don't want to comment on content because it's like, yo, it's specific content that maybe we're speaking about. So now they get
and
around
they
to kind of
do
just
the
talk.
YouTube comments,
They
like
do,
they
yeah.
be showing up sometimes, but yeah.
Exactly. And I am so appreciative of anybody who's ever commented.
Nah, love.
But I think it was
Oh my God,
overwhelming.
I'm so sorry to cut you
Nah,
off,
do
but
your
I just
thing.
want to shout out my knight in shining armor. His name on YouTube is Matt J. There was one hate comment about me on the last episode, and then so I don't know. He was talking. She was like, Reggie says the same shit, whatever the fuck. Like it was a hate comment, and then this guy named Matt J responded. He was like, bro, that was not constructive criticism. Leave her alone.
Yeah, Matt.
And
Fuck
the
with you,
hate
Matt.
comment got no likes, and then
Really?
Matt J's response got like 11 likes. I was like,
Oh, that's
thank you.
love.
That's love.
I know that was so
That's
cute. But anyway, I'm so
love.
sorry.
Nah,
Savon
you
was
good.
okay.
You good.
Nah, you
good.
got to
Matt
big up the
J.
people you fuck with. I hear you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I just think, sometimes it gets a little discouraging when you put in the amount of work that we've put in.
Yo.
And,
And
you
there's
kinda
a
just
whole
don't
ass
see
production every week.
Yeah, like,
You know what it is too? I tell people all the time, like, sometimes when people meet me, they know who I'm affiliated with, who I work for, what I'm associated with, and the work we do in the Need to Know podcast. So a lot of the times, like, they don't understand, like, yo, bro, like, fuck, I just had a brain fart. What was we talking about?
appreciation,
That they think they know
gratitude,
you.
questionnaire.
They know who you're affiliated
See, that's
with.
what happens when you smoke the za.
Yeah.
I'm just
And I
letting
did
everybody
smoke
know.
today.
That's the za thing.
Wow.
The za just gave you the
Za
stroke.
God.
Like I
I
caught
got
the
it.
stroke last week
I'm
with the
back.
Rasta
He
clad.
got
You
it.
just got hit with a
He's
stroke,
back.
bitch. It's your turn, nigga.
That shit just hit my back temple
Doink.
like, ding. That shit, bang. Shut up, dummy. Ding. But yeah, I'm back. Because,
Za.
again, they think
God.
you're affiliated and who you know and who you work for. But it's like, a lot of the times, we go right back to where we from or where we live, where we don't see people that even know what we a part of.
Word.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, to just have people to really understand you and study you from a week-to-week basis, that shit is dope, man, because I promise you, I'm about to leave here and get into some mixiness. And I might forget about everything I say here tonight. Feel what I'm saying? So
Nah,
it's
yo,
love.
as a
Yeah.
fan of the podcast,
Yeah.
I'm here with y'all every week, but this is my favorite podcast for a reason. You know what I mean?
That's
Stop.
love.
I'm not So I'm here every week, and I just
Yeah, you
sit in the
missing
back.
school,
I'm the
right?
Audience.
Shit, don't say it too loud. Don't answer.
Yo,
Don't answer on air.
Relax.
He be
My fault,
cutting
my fault.
fast.
My fault,
because
my
of the
fault.
need to know.
Yo, we snitching now?
No. That's why I said don't say don't air. My
I
fault.
just making
You're
sure.
snitching on yourself. You're like, I'm here
But yeah,
every
while I'm
Wednesday
here, I
on a
just-
school day.
On behalf of the other fans who are not here, who listen every Thursday morning, I just want to show y'all the most love because this is
love, bro.
incredible.
Thank
The
you.
Patreon. I will go back home and listen to the Patreons when I've been here while y'all shooting.
Yo,
You
I
know
do
what
that
mean?
shit
You be
too.
here.
It's
Thank you.
incredible. I'm a
love.
big fan, and y'all just keep at it, man.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you.
That really means a lot,
It's the support and the love like you that's really kind of, it helped me out a lot this week. And I definitely want to talk about that a little bit later. Reggie, if you don't mind, can you pull up some of the questions that we asked on this questionnaire?
Oh, okay.
We can read back some of the feedback. If you do want to head over to Patreon, we will go a little bit more in depth on these answers. Honestly, the fact that y'all know us, like,
Nah, it's scary.
That
I
really,
love it.
I was like
Yeah, I do.
so like deep. I feel like we keep saying, "Oh my God, we're so appreciative," but like reading the answers is like they know us. Like they'll be like something small, like, "Oh, Reggie." They'll answer like, "Oh, Reggie" for something. They'll be like, "Oh, she seems really like in tune with herself." And
Yeah.
I was so appreciative because I feel like they're really listening to what we're
Yeah,
saying. Because
yeah.
I'm never on here being like, "I'm so in tune with myself."
Yeah.
But I feel like the stuff that I say,
Yeah.
people are really like noticing, like, "Oh, this is how she feels about." Anyway.
Yeah.
No, you're
Anyway.
right, because they could choose to just engage with us
Yeah.
just as personalities.
Yes.
Right? So to actually see
That's
like,
really what it is.
Yeah, that's dope.
Anyway, so the easy ones, the first few ones were polls, nice, quick, and easy.
Nah, I love
So-
these two.
Which host? Oh my God, wait. Oh my God, this is giving me PTSD. Oh, fuck. Okay. So which host is most likely to survive on an island for 30 days? Now, let me preface this by saying this is karma for me because I was making fun of Savon for being in last place and getting zero votes. But now here I am right with him in last place.
Nah, yo. Y'all don't think I can survive on that?
Hell no.
No, but also...
Y'all really
Let's talk
don't?
about
I don't mind being in last place because no, I'm not fucking
I ain't
surviving.
gonna lie,
on an island.
Reggie almost
what?
had to survive on an island by herself. for
Yeah,
30
but I
days.
came
Oh,
straight back
Jamaica?
home.
She folded.
No, I was in an
immediately.
all-inclusive resort. I was not stranded there. No.
I've lived on Long Island my whole life.
life.
What you
Oh my
mean I
God.
can't survive on an island,
Not
bro?
the
Nah,
I-
that's
not the
funny as
I-
hell.
Like, what you mean? Y'all niggas get scared with hurricanes and tsunamis.
You were
nigga.
saying-
From the island.
I'm
He couldn't wait
looking
to
it
say
in
that.
the face.
He couldn't wait to get that joke
I
off.
just made it up, but still, like,
Nah, but
I
I
can't
ain't gonna
survive
front
on an
though.
island,
Not
bro.
the
Ain't gonna
island
front
of
no
length.
game.
Ain't lying.
Streets is saying you gonna try and Google how to start a fire.
You know how to survive?
And then you ain't gonna have your phone out there. I'm just saying what the streets
Yo,
is saying.
just last week he was like, "Yo, my Wi-Fi went out. I couldn't do shit."
See? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you got rafts and paddles and
But the
shit
streets
and
not
bark?
saying that.
Wait, do you
You know what I'm
really
saying?
think? Because for a long time,
I wrote that question
Trying to
thinking,
tell
this
nigga.
thinking
See-
I was gonna win that award.
No.
Nah,
I'm
nah,
giving-
they
they
about
about
to
to
kill
I'm
it
giving
with me.
Savon credit because he was the one who came up with like these more fun questions, not my basic ass questions. So that's why this went in the direction that it did.
That's awesome.
But that's my karma. Yeah, I pretty much lost, and I was watching this like a hawk. For the main like portion of it, Alex was winning through the whole thing. He really was.
Yo, you think you can survive on an island for 30 days?
I'm African.
You got it. Next question.
No,
Because
no.
he won. he got it.
But Devon, no, but hold on. But Devon
Yo,
won.
what are we
But
doing?
logistically, let me be honest, because we're gonna release these answers probably to the Patreon. But Devon won by 1 vote.
Oh, he
No,
did.
look, I said, yeah, look at the thing.
I'm not going front. We might have to go Survivors, me and him. You know that Survivor show on CBS? Yeah, head-to-head Survivors.
My vote
Yeah.
would have been you, cause like you know it's fucked up.
No,
Like,
I-
No.
Dev.
I'm going with. I'll tell y'all why I'm going with Devon.
I'm going
I'm going
Dev.
with
He-
Devon.
Cause
This
that's your
nigga
OG.
survived Planet Fitness showers.
Oh
Come on.
shit.
Don't do that. They
He
look
survived.
nice. They got
Survived, like,
granite
yo,
in there.
think
Don't
about-
do that. I've been
Think
in
about
there.
all the stories he's told us.
Fuck out
I
of here,
think
nigga.
he
They
got
got
three
granite
days.
in that
I have
shower.
a
I've been
random
in there.
question. I'm sorry. How much is like an average gym membership?
Oh, I got you right now.
Well, Planet
Because
Fitness joint is
I'm
like
paying $60
$2
for
a
mine.
year.
Are they trying to like? Is that
$2
average?
a year.
It depends. Honestly, it depends on the gym and it depends on your location.
It's like a normal gym in my town. I'm paying 60. Are they ripping me up? Because I never had to pay
month?
for one.
They are, but they aren't because
what
there's
you-
cheaper
that normal?
options. It's not normal.
What you
Okay.
getting in there?
It's like a normal.
You got a
gym.
pool?
It's not like Equinox, but
You got a pool?
No.
Don't get no massages?
No, it's
Yeah,
like a
dead-
normal
dead
gym.
them, dead them.
That-
Yeah.
Not for 60. Planet Fitness got me on 15 a month.
See, I thought it was like 15.
Yo, I ain't
a
gonna lie
month.
to you. For Planet Fitness to have a $2 a month sale every January, and you walk in and there's pizza,
That's
cookies,
fly
and
shit.
bagels.
That
That's
sounds like my
nasty.
type of gym.
Yeah,
That's
a
a
motivation.
nasty gym.
Now
That's
that's motivation.
motivation because now you don't gotta pay for lunch. You could just eat the lunch there and go work out. 2 birds, 1 stone. You gotta do math, kid. You gotta do math.
Nah,
kid.
I ain't
But let
gonna
me tell
lie.
you why I'm gonna take Dev. Oh, my fault. Say.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Let me tell you why I'm gonna take Dev.
Yeah, I'm picking Dev too.
This motherfucker do everything.
Yeah. He gonna figure it out.
Don't know how to make a coconut
Nah.
radio.
Yo,
On
I
some
was just
Bill
on
Nye the Science Guy type shit.
Reg.
Yes.
I was just on Instagram, right?
Okay.
Feel me? And when I be on there, I be watching my people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The nigga made a beat out of a toaster oven.
No,
an
air fryer. Put some
Oh,
respect
my
on his
fault,
name.
my fault, my fault. An air fryer.
That's how I know you in the trap. You in the hood. You don't even use air. This nigga's still using toaster ovens in 2022, my nigga.
Who am
y'all do that?
I?
No, everybody got air fryers and
What?
ovens
No.
and microwaves.
No, ready, Alex? I got your back because an air fryer is just a toaster oven in a different type of. It does the same.
Nah.
exact-
Deluxe.
Yes, it is.
It's a
No, yes,
deluxe.
it is. Yes, it is.
The only person that refers to it as a toaster oven is my uncle who did 17 years. Like, it's
Wait, I still call
2022,
it-
dog.
Oh
It's
my
a
god.
fucking air fryer, but continue.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
Yeah, he made a beat with an air fryer,
Yeah.
eggshells.
I saw that today.
And I think a pair of his shoes.
I'm gonna make a sick beat from my air fryer.
I've been thinking what's next. Listen, you the student, I'm the teacher, that's a vet. No, I'm not a pet or a puppet. If you want it, we can run it. Just me and the homies be outside, outside. Yeah, you think I'm slipping, you bugging. I'm super bad, you make loving. You set the bar, I'm above it. I take my time, I'm so good at being patient. I made this beat off of something that I cook and I bake with. I'm hungry.
No, I'm dead ass. You could go look
No,
at it
yeah,
on Instagram.
he has that reel. It probably has a
It
million
was
views already.
eggshells on that
I
shit?
think so.
Nah, it wasn't.
The
that.
nigga, he made some. I never seen no shit like it. So I'm gonna go dev because he's highly resourceful. Nigga like me, after about 20 days, I might just, you know what I'm saying, put myself in the sand, do my own prayer,
I ain't gonna lie.
chalk it
though.
up.
Yeah, I'm surrendering.
You made a point.
I
You
can't
made
make
a
it.
good
Like
point.
I'm glad I lost because I'm not making it 30 days. I'm not gonna act like I am.
No.
See, I have this fucking unimaginable belief in myself where I could do anything.
Yeah.
So those 30 days,
I love that
like,
for you,
I do.
Savon.
I'm one of those people that think
love
like
that for you.
I'm not gonna pay a parking ticket, and you can lock me up, and I could do 30 days. But deep down inside, I'm like, I really don't want to do 30 days. But I tell myself that I can. So if I was stranded on an island, I think I could do the same thing.
How long?
Alex.
How
Oh, I
long though?
can't.
How long? What?
You,
Can I?
you get yourself on the island.
That's a good question. I don't know. My vote was for you. I will say. I
Thank
would have.
you,
I would have voted for you.
Yeah.
And I think it's so fucked up how just one word changes the whole perception of a person.
Mhm.
So, when we started this topic, I
Mhm.
asked Alex, "Do you think you could do it?"
Mhm.
His response was, "I'm African." Right? And I'm like, "Oh, he got a point."
Shout out
right?
to my Nigerians.
I mean, he got a point. Like shit, the nigga
Right,
that
got a
ass-
point.
nigga grew up in the jungles.
The views of
Oh
Savon.
my God.
I'm fucking with
That
you.
was
I'm
wild.
fucking with
The
you.
views of
That's
Savon
not.
Slater
Please
does
mark
not
that.
reflect the views.
That's my
of the
guy.
Need to
We
Know
joking.
podcast.
Everybody knows Joe.
Need to
Like,
Know
that's my
Media
brother.
and-
But anyway, it's funny. Anyway, and now let me get to my point is that he said, "Hey, I'm African," and in my head I said, "I'm African American," and that changes the whole perspective of survival.
Nah, you just said some shit.
You got
Nah,
it.
yeah,
You
nah,
got
you
it.
might got it, nigga.
You.
All my people was not in locking other people.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
You right.
Yeah, you might just got it. You just
You're
built,
right.
bro. You just brought up some pain.
Yeah.
He said I'm an African American.
expen-
You don't know what
expensive
come
pain.
with that.
Expensive pain. Expensive
Ah,
pain.
okay, me.
But yeah, Reggie, if you want, can we just go through some of the
Yeah.
questions? We don't have to give the results again. We'll go on Patreon and give.
Oh, we're not
the-
giving the.
No, we'll
final-
give all of the results on Patreon. But let's
Ah.
just go through the questions now and then kind of figure out some of our favorite answers from those questions.
I
Sound
want to
good?
reveal this one on
Let's-
air because I won this one.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it.
If you had to, who would you pick to be your therapist for life?
wow.
I swept.
Yo, I was
Where's
ass.
the broom emoji?
Yo,
Give that
nobody
to me,
voted for
please.
yo. I ain't win shit.
Nah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yo,
I
you
ain't
really? Savon got 6% on
Yeah,
this.
I ain't win nothing.
Out of
This ain't your batch.
Out of,
Next
200,
batch.
out of 200 votes, he got 6%. I think that's 3 votes.
Yo, what's
I
good
think-
with niggas? You did the
Did I
math
do
in
the
your
math
head.
right?
How you do your math that fast?
I'm Asian. What the
to,
fuck?
to diss me though. The math was dumb fast, bro. Like yo, this
That
nigga
shit
ain't get
mad
nothing.
quick.
Oh wait, was it 6 votes? Oh
I
fuck,
don't
or is
know.
it double?
I
Was
ain't
it
get
24? No, it's
shit.
24. Fuck. I was talking about shit, but anyway. So we're gonna skip past the polls. We're gonna reveal those on the Patreon, and this is like a gold mine. We're gonna reveal it, and please, like, it is so worth it to scroll through all these answers. But anyway,
yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out a way where we can give access to anybody who's on our Patreon to reveal and read all of the comments. Now, let me preface this with
200 comments on each question.
There's so many responses, and to see the community, like, this is something for our, like, community. It's not so much to be like, oh my God, let's do this. It's like, yo,
need to know fans.
Y'all need to see how in tune you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of just us, like, how in tune you are with everything going on. And then, so I had, like, I didn't realize until I hit the group chat. And then the second time I hit Reggie, it was on the side. But the first time I hit Reggie, it was in the group chat. And I was like, yo, can you add my mom?
This is true.
And everybody was like, wait, your mom?
I have Savon's mom's email now.
So now she was like, yeah, sure, send my mom's email. So I sent her my mom's email.
No?
And then the following day, I'm talking to my dad, and she was like, my dad was like, yo, I want to see these answers. So I got his email, and she sent the answers to my dad and my mom. So now I was on the phone for like an hour reviewing every single category.
That's how entertaining
for
this shit
every
was.
Single answer with my parents. The good, the bad, the ugly, the disses. It was the greatest thing ever. Shout out to anybody who supports the Pain Master.
Oh my God. No, he came up like a lot.
He came up so much.
No, but because it got real unhinged in these comments. So did she not ask, like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Because there's a lot of insiders that people brought up in these, like, answers.
Yeah.
So was she, like, confused?
My mom stays in tune, and I think for her, it was really just dope for her to see, like, yo, y'all really got support.
Yeah, especially the last question, like, where we were just like, yo, guys, just tell us anything you want. People went in.
Yeah, so I'm excited for everybody who's listening, whoever's interested in seeing these answers. Like, we're gonna figure out a way to get all of these answers back to the community so you can see it. But Reggie, if you want, just read out the questions and we'll go over some of them.
The next one that I think is worthy of being on the main episode is. Oh, and I also made a little summary and sent it to the Need to Know. So if you guys want to look at that, and because it has like the highlights of like the best answers.
Facts.
So which host would you choose to be stuck in with the This is like the roster challenge.
Another stroke. Look, it ain't just me who can't read, nigga. We got a whole journalist.
Oh my gosh, please.
I'm messing with you. I'm sorry. It's just me. It's just me.
Which host would you like to be stuck in a room with for 48 hours? Now, let me preface this by saying there's a mad answers and there was a bunch of thirsting, okay? Let me just get that out of the way. I
y'all horny.
Yeah, look, some water.
I ain't gonna lie, they horny in there, Rob.
Hey, think y'all need some cases of water, but I like that. I buy water from BJ.
Somebody said Alex because he got the Zaza.
Yeah, I know.
No, not somebody. There was probably like 70 answers. Oh, no. Okay, let's do it that way because that's a good way to go about it. So Alex, generally, he got mad votes, of course. And the general consensus of that was Alex, he's going to be like chill. We're going to kick back, listen to music, talk about perspectives, and smoke that Zaza. I feel like...
Look at them.
Look at your brain.
Look at my brain.
No, but that's good. I feel like that's good.
I love it. I love it.
That's good.
I love it. No,
but just look at it.
I love it.
You the Za
They
man.
know they're going to get some peace and Za.
Peace and
That was the...
Right?
If they voted for Alex, that was their reasoning why, and there was mad answers with that.
Wow.
So Dev... The
Shout out to
consensus
Dev.
of his answers where everybody was like, oh, I would love to be stuck in a room with him because we would just have the best conversation because he knows everything about everything.
He an old
has
nigga, that's why.
wisdom. He's going to tell me stories like he's my uncle. And they were saying like the conversation would keep going and going and going. So that's why they picked Dev.
That was
for
smart
me,
because it won't.
I don't.
He'll just keep going and going. I love it.
Yeah, like, don't ever associate me with wisdom.
Oh, they didn't. No, I'm kidding. They
Yo,
did. No, they did. Stop. No. They did because they were like, yo, Savon will give me a motivational speech.
I like that.
He'll get out there.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't like wisdom. Like, I ain't there in my life yet.
That's wisdom.
No,
yo.
it's
You
a
have wisdom.
compliment.
You just
You got some wisdom.
spit some wisdom in the beginning of this episode about like your evil geniusness.
I did that shit.
You
Oh yeah,
did.
I did that shit. I
Give
did
a
that
little
shit.
wisdom. Come
I
on
did that
now.
shit.
And then Savon's answers, I could not summarize them because they were just so unhinged.
Yo.
Wait, did it work, Levis? Did I share it with you? Okay.
Yo.
So Savon, they were like, I would love to be stuck in a room with Savon because watching him stress the fuck out will be comedy.
Yo, somebody said
They want to be in a room just to say
I would
sex.
love to be stuck in a room with Savon because he would figure out every way possible to escape.
You
he
did
said,
right.
yo.
And that's my favorite answer.
They
That
said
is
I-
me.
yo, they
We
said
gonna get
I-
out this room.
Said, I
We
love
gonna
to be
get out this
special.
room.
We gonna get out this room.
He'll be like, yo,
That's a
listen
fact.
to me. I'm the captain now. Like,
Yeah, that's a fact.
see, but I like that because you see how that wasn't like no one said that about Alex. They were like, yo,
Yeah.
we're gonna chill,
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
back.
And
Because
he
you
a
know,
vibe
Savon,
nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, we gonna
Yo,
stay
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
room
lie to you
another
at all.
week. Shit, fucking with
Somebody
me.
said
Shit.
save on because we'd play Neo for 48 hours.
See, you
straight.
know what?
Sounds like a good
nasty
time.
Yo,
session.
you a great potter. You know that? You know that? You a great podcaster,
It's him.
nigga.
It's him.
Because I needed an excuse to play this
Come
song.
on, drop that.
That's it. All I needed was an excuse. My boy dropped fire. And I told y'all
When
2
has he not?
episodes, I'm getting married to this. YouTube, you can't hear this. What the fuck?
Nah, it's him. Nah, it's him.
Did you hear what he said?
Nah, it's him. It's him.
Yo,
It's
he told a woman, every time you smile, I get a little bit closer to the sky.
They wasn't even really hearing.
Beautiful.
Him.
Then
Bro,
That mean he touched God almost every time you see the joint.
Yo,
You're not
the
listening.
next
what
part.
the fuck?
What he say next?
Okay,
I'm
listen,
so
listen.
in love
Just
with
listen,
you.
just listen. Oh my God, I'm about to
Look.
cry.
This is good writing.
This Sayo right here. Come on, Say. Let's go.
Yo, telling somebody they better than you.
It's different.
Nobody better than me, but you better than me.
Look,
See,
come
this
on.
is how Savon would be if you were stuck in a room with him. Like, he'd be talking like this. You'd be like, nobody's better than us.
The time will go by in a second.
All right, I'm done. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
And then,
That's my guy, bro. That's Walk Through Fire, Neo, Young Blue. Please go check that out. That's
I
my
like
guy.
that.
and
I like
then, so for me, most of them were like, I'd be stuck in a room with Reggie so she could give my ass a grammar lesson.
I didn't see that one.
That's a good crash course, 48
peep
hours,
that.
you know.
Somebody said Reggie
And then,
speaking
but
Polish.
basically mine were like, oh, I would keep it like fun, positive, and calm people down.
Right.
And I thought this one was so cute. Somebody was like, it will be Reggie or Alex, but Reggie because she'll probably come with a fun game for us to play.
She's definitely.
Which is
gonna come.
basically what I
Yeah.
did with the question.
Yeah,
like, I
it
feel
is.
like that's so mean.
She's good.
I
for
loved
that.
it. I loved
She's
it.
that
See,
person in the friend group.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Again,
I love these answers so
Yeah.
much.
I love them, and I feel like we could talk about them forever. So
I know, I'm sorry,
again,
sorry,
nah,
okay.
you good, you good. We gonna talk about it
On
on
Patreon,
Patreon.
we
Oh yeah, this
But
is
I-
the end. Yeah.
I do want to just
Yeah.
go through all of the questions just so you guys can get a feel for what it is we're trying to do with these Need to Know awards, right?
Sure.
So Reggie did talk about the first one was if you had to choose, who would you pick to be your therapist for life? And these are all like multiple choice, right? So the
Well, the
first,
first
four,
half, yeah.
the first half are multiple choice questions. Which host has the best tweets? Which host has the best comebacks? Alex, you would have won that for me.
Did he win? I'm pretty sure he won that one.
You might win that from me.
Or are we gonna
lie.
not reveal that?
No,
right
we can
now?
reveal that. Reggie, you won that
What
one.
the
no,
fuck?
no.
You guys are lying.
You didn't win that one. You didn't win that one. Let's
Okay,
see.
thank God.
She said you
Devon-
guys are lying.
Don't follow me on
No,
Twitter.
Devon Terrell won that one by a smidge.
Did he?
My little
He
hair.
won that one by a hair.
Yeah.
Are
Alex
you
was second
sure?
place. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I feel like the last time I
Um,
tweeted that he was like in last place.
1.5%.
So again, we got a ton. And again, like I said, I do want to go over that in depth because there was some really amazing, thoughtful, insightful answers that I never would have expected anybody really took that kind of time
Yeah.
and made us a part of y'all lives, man. And I'm just super appreciative, regardless of who you like, and not just who you like, because I know y'all fuck with us all, but I know the beautiful thing about our cast, right, is that they're able to identify who they kind of
Resonate with.
Yeah,
Resonate
resonate.
with.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
word.
yeah.
Beautiful word.
Yeah.
And I think this was just a great way to build that community. So
Yeah.
again, go over to Patreon. We are dropping a ton of content. I know it was a little bit stagnant before, but we found out a system
Nice little groove.
and a workflow and a groove. And we will continue to just go crazy over there. So please check that out for the
Savon.
rest of this episode. What's up? Talk to me.
We have to talk about the next question, at least for like 2 minutes.
I'm going to give you the floor.
The sibling question.
I'm going to give you the floor.
Son.
Okay. So there was another question. Well, I think we'll reveal half of it, half of how good it was. So we were like, oh, which host would you let date your brother or sister and why? So,
Everybody just talk about my
Alex.
money.
Why you said Alex?
And I ain't got no money.
I'm not going front here. They was trying to run your ass up.
They was trying to run it up.
They was trying to run your
Say, yo,
yeah.
my sister could take this, date
got
this nigga because he
HBO
got
money.
HBO money.
He called you a mark.
He a smart king though. He a smart king. Yeah.
said you a
well,
mark.
I got a couple. I guess infers, but you know.
what are they called? References? Referral.
I mean, but it's all fun and games. So I'm in the kitchen making my waffles, the special blueberry Jones, and my Tommy boxes, and you know what I'm saying. I know it sound good.
Are you the
It's weird
sister
because
fucker?
half of it was like thirsting for Alex, and the
sister
other
son.
half was like picking Alex because they were like, "Oh, he's so respectful and
Word,
self-aware
I'm mad
and
respectful.
hyper-aware,
Word.
and
Hello,
he bring
man.
that za for her." Like I don't know, I cannot get a
Son.
read.
How
Can
you
I
did
read
this?
this?
Though?
Yeah.
But how you did this? Though?
What you mean, bro?
How you did?
I'm mad
this?
respectful. Hello, sir.
Nah, you.
Hey,
Mad respectful.
somebody
Yeah, one was
said.
like probably Alex because he seems the most mature and loyal if he were to have a girl.
That's
Somebody
I
said,
agree.
"Yo,
You
Alex
think
got."
so?
Somebody said Alex got great music taste, and I can't accept my sister dating somebody who listen to Chance.
Not
That's
Chance
fucked
catching
up.
the stray.
That's fucked up. What if he come on in my little Serato mix? Come on, don't do that.
He won't.
That's funny.
But yeah, bro, I don't know how you did this.
No, it got real wild in these. So yeah, that's all we can
Yeah.
say for now.
You're the MVP for the sister fuckers. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God, the
I ain't
sister
gonna
slayer.
lie.
I'm telling you, it sound good now. Tommy in your kitchen.
And tell me,
Tommy boxes, drawers only. You know what I'm saying? Now, see if
And he not celibate.
brothers-in-laws. Huh?
And he not celibate.
I'm word. Now I'm not celibate no more.
oh nah.
Nah,
we
I ain't fuck yet, but
Wait, what?
what happened?
Yo, you explaining this celibacy journey is so confusing. to
This
me.
is why he's the sister fucker.
Yo, don't
This
do
is
that,
why, bro. He's the best.
Don't do that, bro.
You are the best,
gotta be
bro.
respectful.
I am so honored to do this podcast
Me
with
too,
you
bro.
every single week.
I love this
Because
shit.
I swear to God, you be giving me game and you don't even
stand
know. Like, if you're a real nigga, you listening to Alex and you picking up game. Like, we all gonna give you game,
we all gonna do
but
it.
there's levels of game.
No, it sound good. I know.
It sound good,
It
right?
sound
There's
good.
game and then there's sauce.
So I'm making them. All right.
There's game, there's sauce, and then there's Alex.
No, don't do that.
It's ball till we fall. It's the standard. Like, the fuck.
It's us.
It's us.
It's
Oh,
us.
Okay, but yeah, again, we'll go through these a
Yo.
little bit more in depth on the
We have to.
Patreon because we could talk about this shit. Like
Yeah,
I could
this is
spend a
mad
whole
entertaining.
podcast
Yes.
on this shit because I had an amazing time just having fun going through it and just reading everything because it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Things
shout out
made
to
you
you guys. You
laugh.
guys have a great sense of humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one trend that I liked. And speaking of trends, it's just some weird shit that be going on the internet that y'all all be co-signing to. And y'all know I'll be coming in here every week talking about my hate for the internet.
Oh, that's double negative.
You know what I'm saying? That's a double negative. Yeah. That's how you. I hate.
See, you're the grammar queen. She the
That's what I'm
grammar.
saying. They want to be
Love
stuck
it.
in a room with me so I could give them that private grammar lesson.
Yeah. No, listen. I might need some. What you charging? You good? Oh, we friends. All right, bro.
We're friends.
All right, that's bad.
$3.99.
But yeah, y'all probably seen this trend on Instagram this week. I think the first person that did it, don't remember. Can't
Young
even
boy.
tell you.
It was Young Boy.
It was who?
I'm mad that I know this, but it was Young Boy. Yeah.
It was
Well,
who?
NBA
It was
young
NBA
boy.
Oh,
Young Boy,
NBA
yes.
Young Boy. Yes. It was some weird
Yeah.
alleged beef going on as to what sparked it. Yeah, NBA Young Boy had just said a plethora of things with $100 bills. He spelled it out on the floor, and then a bunch of rappers and other entertainers decided to do it. This ain't no real news, but me and Reggie were talking before the episode, and I was telling her, I'm like, you know what it is, man? It's like I just really hate trends.
Me too.
Like I think I hate trends. I don't want to sound
Okay,
like a hater.
But do you
Yeah.
hate trends because you don't like what is trending, or you just hate following a trend? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm so stubborn.
Like once it becomes a trend, are you like, okay, I'm off that?
Literally.
Okay.
Because I like authenticity at all times. Y'all know me at all times, whether it be people, a business, whatever we doing. I like authenticity. The trends just be feeling like you're not telling yourself, all right, I really want to do this. It feels like you telling yourself everybody else is doing it, so let me go do it. And I don't know, man. It's just weird to me because trends for me is like it gets you in trouble if you don't really stand by what the trend is.
You're not like thinking for yourself if you just follow trends. But for me, I asked that question in the beginning because I related to like fashion. So if something is like very, very trendy and I just see mad people just like buying that item just because it's trendy, I'm like, you don't really like that. Like certain designer bags, I'm like, that shit is fucking ugly. It looks like an intestine. And then they buy it. But then,
That's how I felt about them Yeezys with the holes in it, the little foam.
oh, but I like
Foam
those.
runners?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up though because those
a
are
fan, though.
trendy. But in the same breath, like even though that is trendy, I kind of like it.
The slides
So
or the
I-
foam with the holes in it. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
I don't know.
There's
I kind of like
two different
both.
joints.
So just because it's trendy doesn't mean I won't buy it at the same time. Even though it's trendy, I'll still buy it. I'll follow a trend if I have to. Yeah. And if I don't want to follow it, I'm like, okay, this is fucking ugly. Why are you guys like buying? But then I'll never say that it's ugly because I'm like, how am I gonna determine what you like and what I don't know. So
I think with me, you just gotta know who you are when you like enter these trends. Like for myself,
literally,
there's a few reasons why I'm not gonna just post a bunch of $100 bills and say a message to anybody.
IRS.
There's a few reasons why that I just won't. You feel me? Like it's some letters maybe, but also I think it's just it's tacky. Like we know you have money if you're a famous rapper, if you're streaming well. We understand like money comes with that. So I don't know. I think it's weird how at the end of the year, right? So the first time I saw this, I thought it was kind of cool. It was probably 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago. Where at the end of every year, Twitter or the social media, I was about to say the Instagram. Wow, I'm getting old. Social media, they'll give you a calendar at the end of every year of all of the moments for that year, right? So when last year it started out with the Capitol riots, and then it was the Gorilla Glue hair girl.
Month to month.
It was month to month of all the trends and all of the moments that happened, right?
Sure.
And then this year was the first time I really looked at it and said, I don't want to subscribe to that. Like, I don't want my year to be encapsulated by fucking moments and trends and things that won't matter within the next year, the things that don't affect my life.
Yeah.
And so, like, this money trend, like, I've seen it, but I don't really understand the purpose of it. You know, like, if you got money, honestly, I could go to the bank and take out my life savings and make a fucking paragraph.
Yo, talk high.
Big flex.
Talk high.
Big flex.
I'm just saying, like, what does that do?
Once again,
what does it do?
So once again, who would y'all let y'all brother and sister date?
Well, I just want the sisters. Bring on the sisters.
I'm married, so
yeah, nah. but yeah, it's just like, what does that have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, because at the end of the day, you know what I will do if I ever did decide to take my life savings out? I would put it back into that account. Yeah. So is it really flexing? Like,
but you know what it is though? Two trends is sort of like a job if you're in a certain industry.
Explain.
Right, so it's
you
like
have to keep up with the trends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
literally your job to like keep up with the trends.
Right,
in some
kind of back to like our Corday conversation from last week with Gunna.
Oh, I gotta apologize to him.
No, to Corday?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, you go
listen to music?
Just keep going.
Yo, shade.
We gonna talk.
Nah, he funny as hell.
You actually listen to new music, Savon?
That nigga ain't ass.
You bump some new shit?
No, like Corday has always been good. Like I've
I was so mad at y'all. I was sitting in the audience mad as hell.
Nah, he was booty, but this week he ain't booty.
He's always been talented.
But you got the same ears. That's funny. Last week you got the same ears. This week your ears ain't changed.
But
that's
he
just
got
funny.
a new album.
Yeah, it was new last week too.
But I ain't
and his last album was really good. It was very cohesive.
For a Grammy
nominated.
Yeah.
Grammy, y'all gonna talk to me about Grammy nominations. Y'all know I love to talk about the bullshit.
Right.
Y'all know I want to talk about streaming farms
and
the politics. Y'all be scared about all the real shit.
Nah, I love it.
Okay,
I love
but continue, and then we'll get to Corday.
Oh, Corday, yeah. So kind of like with Corday, right? A lot of the things I was trying to reference was a lot of the times, as an artist, depending on the generation you're in, you just got to do shit that you necessarily don't subscribe to, but the followers and the amounts of people that you're trying to amass, that's what they subscribe to. So now you got to try and fit in so you could look like, okay, I'm a part of it. Y'all can also support me, which is so whack. And I think that's why I hate trends too. What Reggie was speaking about when it comes to like fashion and shit, right? I'm so glad you brought that up because for me, it's like, I'm not opposed to necessarily a fashion trend, right? Okay. My thing is though, I just don't like when everybody has what I call a Power Ranger mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I like Power Rangers.
Yeah, because
you know how I was young, I did.
Yeah, me
so
too.
Explain that.
Because you know, Power Rangers was just like they were all coordinated all the time. All the fucking time.
You're saying like now everybody looks the same.
Everybody looks the same.
Yeah,
everybody talks the same.
Yeah, write that down as a title suggestion. I like that.
Like fuck with that one?
Power Ranger mindset.
Power Ranger mindset.
Yeah. I hate when everybody looks the same too. That's why I be wearing like weird shit sometimes. Like this. This looks mad ugly, but I like it. Like
I don't think it looks ugly. That's your source.
But I like it though. I like when I go thrifting or when I'm on Depop, I personally buy things that are mad ugly because I want to challenge myself to style it.
Challenge yourself. You see what I'm saying? So I'm the type like my fault. L, what'd you say?
No, I said I agree with with you. I'm starting to, as I'm like getting older, I'm starting to break out of that. Like, just following.
Oh, man,
becoming an
you know,
adult.
I'm sorry. Oh, man, I thought he was gonna
Becoming an
agree.
adult.
Like, I agree, Reggie. That shit is mad ugly.
I thought that's what he's about to say.
Yo, listen. I mean, if you're listening to this, put on the YouTube. I'm wearing like this ugly ass windbreaker right now.
I
So,
don't
yeah.
think it's
I don't-
ugly.
Yeah, I don't think it's
She-
ugly.
That was
she
my
know
vibe.
herself.
It was like it's like grandma vibes.
That's sexy grandma though.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
that's
Okay.
like
sexy
What type
grandma.
of grandma are you?
Yeah, that's like
My
MC.
grandma's sexy.
That's
I ain't gonna lie. My grandma, I ain't gonna hold.
Savon, what is
No,
going
she's a beautiful woman. I ain't nah for real. Yeah, I gotta remember. I always talk
Yeah.
about my family is dumb young, so my
True.
grandmother is like I ain't gonna say her age just out of respect,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
like
yeah.
this. Put it like this. Put it like this. When I was born,
Right.
my grandmother was 32.
Wow.
That's basically saying her age.
No,
right
yeah, I
now.
see
Nah, but y'all
That's
gonna,
funny
do,
as
y'all
hell.
gonna have to do the math.
Now we could do quick
Y'all
arithmetic.
can't do the math on that quick. I promise.
Y'all
Yes,
ain't
I
Reggie.
can. No, I'm kidding.
But just know, my grandma
I'm
fine.
gonna get it wrong again.
Damn, y'all ain't got no fine grandma. Y'all ain't never seen no fine grandma.
I never met my grandparents. No, I do. I seen a fine grandma. I ain't gonna lie.
My grandma fine, bro.
I almost raised somebody grandbabies before.
Son.
Absolutely.
Yo, you up?
Yo, Alex,
Huh?
how long were you celibate?
Huh?
That was what, 3,
Nah, I was
4 months?
I was celibate like, you know what I'm saying, like 5 months. Like 4
Wait,
months.
was you?
No,
was
he's been
you,
talking about it before 5 months.
Was
sure?
was you
I don't
celibate or
know.
did you sell a bit?
Yo, what's up with you, man? Yo. Nah, I was celibate, bro. I was refraining from sex.
You was fucking sisters and grandma.
That's what they want me to do,
That's
but
what
I'm
the
a child
polls
of God.
be saying.
The polls.
No, don't listen to the polls. Don't listen to it.
Nah.
We'll talk about it later.
The people don't lie.
Yeah, we ain't listening to those because I could survive for fucking 30 days on an island.
Yo, but yo, back to
Like,
the
that gotta
combo.
be
Where did that
Yeah,
come
like,
from? Why
as
are
I-
you
Nah,
mentioning
bro,
that?
I ain't like
Yo,
that.
but for real, like,
Cause my dad
Are
hit
you
me.
mad? Like,
'Cause
are you
my
tight?
dad called me like, "Yo, my nigga, they don't think you can survive." And you know he
Yo,
a
I
thug.
knew
He
it.
a
I knew
real
because
one.
he just mentioned that I sent it to his parents. I knew you rigged it. I know your parents are the only ones that voted for you in that question. Because he was
Say,
he
no,
was
you told him to
losing.
go vote?
No, he was losing. And then once I sent it to his parents, oh, now he's suddenly in third place.
Yo.
Yo, maybe my mom's did that. Cause she didn't want to see her son
She's
go
like,
out
no,
that
that baby
bad.
can survive.
That's
I was
real
going
love.
out sad. I was going out bad.
You ain't
Yo,
getting
you
one
had
vote.
0 votes.
It was mad niggas voting, and y'all ain't think I could survive on the island.
Yo, bro. You was just sitting up here complaining about traffic. They're like, nigga, you know what you got to deal with on the island?
But it ain't no traffic on the island.
Oh.
There's no traffic. That's my only enemy.
Like in
That's
Utah.
the only thing that could stop me.
Mhm.
Like
Traffic. Nothing else can stop me in life.
You're
but
winning
traffic.
this argument right now.
I ain't
Sam.
gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
My
yo,
fault,
yeah,
bro.
like so it's always caught my eye when somebody was different with fashion or somebody that
Mhm.
I think first week, oh, she got him on right now. First week, Reggie came through, she had Air Forces, and instead of laces,
Come on.
it was chains.
Come
You
on.
see
That's
the
what I
chains?
mean.
That's
It's always caught my eye when
tough.
somebody was different with their fashion. I see Lucky Day, who's super different with his fashion. Oh, even
Yes.
Dev, you know what I mean?
Yes. Love
I-
that style.
I've
Mhm.
always been that, yo, let me just throw hoodies, sweats, and
But
some
you see how
J's and
beautiful
call
that
it
is,
day,
though?
But I really
But see, you're
been
not
experimenting
you're not
and just
following
trying to
trends.
shit.
That's just you. You're sticking
No,
to
no, no.
you.
Yeah, so I agree with Alex on the whole
Mhm.
trend thing. It's just like I don't want to walk into a room anymore and just we all got hoodies
Yeah, I don't
on
don't
and
like
shits
to
Shit is
subscribe.
whack.
I like experiment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my identity and I'm experimenting. now and
Exactly
just
with
messing
what
around
you
and shit.
like.
Mhm.
Because the thing is like, see, that's the dope part. The fact that you can identify with, yo, Dev got his own style. Savon got his own style. Reggie got her own style. That shit is so important.
Mhm.
I don't want to get to a place where we just, again, that Power Ranger mentality, like we all got to dress the same. We all got to talk the same. We are in for a long rest of the lifetime.
I think for me,
Trying to tell you.
Mhm.
one of the things with trends is like with slang.
Right.
So I remember like maybe last year, a year ago, whatever, when cap was like that big thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Cap, everything, cap. So no, for real, I didn't get it. Like my brothers used to
It was
say, "Yo,
cap
that's
everything.
cap," and my brother is there a little bit younger than me or whatever, but still in their 20s, and it was like, "Yo, that's cap," and I was like, "Yo, like I understand what cap means, but it's not in my vocabulary. I didn't grow up saying
You know what it is
cap."
now?
Like,
You know what it is now?
what's up?
I don't understand. Maybe Alex could explain this for me.
Translate. Mhm.
That P shit. I don't understand the
Well,
P
now
shit.
P, I think
Another trend.
I think P and Cap are a little bit different, and I could pretty much go back to our conversation last week with like Gunna's album sales and the marketing. I think that was a real big marketing ploy. Let me tell you how deep I went into like this rabbit hole. So Drake, he started the emoji with the pregnant bellies, right?
Okay.
And you remember his cover art had an emoji.
That was a big
think
play. Yeah.
His team, I think Gunna's team or whomever said, "Yo, we're gonna take
we
this
want an
emoji
emoji.
P and capitalize
Oh.
off of the marketing and say, yo, this is pushing P or whatever the case may be." But again, I have no credence to that theory, but I could definitely
think it's
see
spot
like
on, yeah.
because going back to trends, Drake is a trend setter.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
his whole album cover art was a fucking emoji,
thing
and
is,
now you see other artists trying to adopt that kind of marketing ploy. So that's
No,
just
you're not
how I-
wrong.
Drake
I just
and-
saw.
No, you got it. You got it.
I just saw how Palm Angels just announced a collaboration
Mhm.
with Gunna with that P shit.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
What?
gon-
What is that gonna be? They're gonna put.
They're gonna replace the P in blue. Cause you know Palm Angels a capital P, so they're gonna replace the P in Palm with that
Oh,
blue P,
okay,
with
okay.
that emoji.
And
Everything's crossing over. My fault. What you saying?
that
Al?
Drake thing was such a big deal. I feel like
Yeah.
not a big deal, but it was a big play because the fact that we're still talking about that cover.
Cover.
He ended up, I think, the day of the release, he posted a bunch of alternative covers that were crazy, that were fire.
I'm so glad he
But-
decided to make everyone angry.
yeah,
to
I
this day,
can't.
I'm
I
so
can't.
happy.
I still can't believe that is actually
that's
the
what-
cover. Like
that's what Lil Nas has done
bad.
the entire year. He knows
I
how
love
to
this.
get y'all mad. He had to talk
Bad.
about it.
That's bad,
love it.
bro.
What?
No, I love
Cover
it.
Because I think we receive
Yeah.
Drake's last album differently if it has a different cover.
Yes.
I really
I mean, the music
enjoy
would've been the
that
same.
album.
But yo, who
I
else had a crazy
really-
cover?
I really
Who else-
thoroughly enjoyed that album, and now maybe I'm stuck in this moment of time. So maybe 5 years from now, it won't hit the same the way that some of his previous bodies of work does.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I think that album artwork played a factor in how people receive the music.
I hear that.
But that was
feel like-
that was some type of because the week before, who else did that? Somebody dropped an album with no cover, and his name is Kanye West.
It was just a black screen.
But he was
No.
stressed out. His shorty was fucking Pete Davidson. But I would have did the same thing. My shorty getting dick down while I'm trying to like put an album out
By a
like,
funny
to
nigga,
represent
too.
my mom. Like,
Say, yo, fuck the
nah,
cover.
a funny
Funny
nigga.
nigga.
And honestly, again, I'm referencing what I've heard. I don't know this. I cannot confirm. But I heard he had a third leg. Like, I'm.
Yeah,
I'm
what group
all-
chat you
Savon,
in?
please.
Hey, yo,
How do
what
you know
group
this?
chats you in?
Yo,
I
is
heard-
Pete- is Pete Davidson a
Charlamagne
Scorpio?
said that. I ain't gonna lie.
Is Pete
Charlamagne
Davidson a Scorpio?
If he
We
is,
looked
then-
this up, and he was like a Capricorn moon.
That
or some
nigga a
shit.
Scorpio, bro. I'm about to start looking at you, boy.
I'm telling you, if he is Scorpio, bro, I see why Kanye said, "Fuck the album artwork, just put it out." Like,
Yo,
I would be
he's a
stressed.
Scorpio.
I would be
No,
stressed.
we looked it up on the
Yo,
show once.
if your
Save
girl
on.
decides to move on with a
Save
Scorpio
on.
man, bro,
Save on.
it's over for you, bro.
Save
It's
on.
over for you, bro. It's
know-
clip.
Dev is a Scorpio rising.
It's clip, bro. You
Yo,
never
I
get
don't
her
know.
back, and if you do
Imagine
get her
gonna talk
back,
about
she's
that
not
like
gonna return the same, bro. It's
Son.
over. I'm sorry, Ye.
He
I
knows.
understand. I don't know. Thank God, and I don't want to know, God. Please, please, God.
Paymaster
But
Jr.
if it's like it's over, bro, just let them niggas. They in a whole different class of their own.
I'll
Yeah.
say this about Drake though, because I do feel like a better cover probably would have made the initial response,
Yeah.
a massage that maybe would have massaged it better for certain listeners.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be honest with you though, I think it worked. I feel like if he would have used a normal cover, that the outrage, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the outrage was important for this album because it got more people to talk about it. I feel like if it was just a regular, cool, calm album that we were expecting, album cover that we were expecting, it would have went right over our heads. But this is pushing the envelope, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I feel like that was him like actually not trying to do the trend of nostalgic, great aesthetic album covers, and I'm gonna just give y'all a fucking whatever. Boom, what now? And now the rest of y'all gonna do it. That's fly. I like shit like that.
That
Nah,
album
I ain't
cover
mad.
thing
Like,
is
fuck
always-
y'all.
I get it. I'm
Album
not mad.
covers
Fuck y'all.
recently have been that point of, you know what, let's stir some. Doug put on a dress a few years ago
Yeah.
for his album cover. And that's what we
Classic.
spoke
Timeless.
about
Classic.
for a long time.
Yeah, it was.
So
It
I
was
feel
dope.
like that's a portion where like they'll consider, yo, let's cause some controversy around.
I think so too.
You feel me?
And
You feel me?
honestly, I think this is a great time for me to just apologize because I can admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong about this particular song. I'm not gonna say the entire body of work, but I feel like if anybody listened to this song who kind of likes mainstream music today, because it has every single element of what
Every
everybody is listening to.
Yeah, this shit is fire.
So I came across this song.
Oh yeah, I knew this was gonna be the one for you.
And I listened. You know this song?
Of course.
Of course he does. He's
Why
Alex.
does he know
Come on, bro.
every
It's me,
song,
bro.
Reggie?
Because he's Alex.
It's literally my job. Now play that
Okay.
shit.
Wait.
Play that shit.
I want to
Play that
start.
shit.
I want to start off by just saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on. Because last week, this was Savon. Alex, he got to connect. He ain't got no
It's not
sack.
connecting.
He ain't got no sack to not connect in. I'm
Oh my
I'm looking
God.
at something like, did you listen to the album?
Yo,
No.
What's good with this nigga?
He
Yo?
said, but said not connecting.
But I'm sorry
All right.
today because this song connects on a whole new level. Because he talking that talk like I want
Yeah,
to
the
send
beat didn't
this
even
out.
drop yet.
I want to send it
Yeah.
out. Just listen to. I'm a lyrics guy. I'm a
Yeah.
lyrics guy. I'm gonna always be a lyrics guy to
No,
the
yeah,
day
and Corday
that I
has
die.
always been a great writer. Like
Right?
he actually writes and he has
But
like
he-
bar like.
But he be talking about his asthma and shit.
no, he doesn't.
I
Savon.
want him to
We're
talk-
not doing that.
I want him to
Stop
talk about
saying
shit
stuff
I can
like that.
relate-
Like,
I
he's
got
like-
asthma too.
You do?
Yeah, I do. But he be talking about his
No.
asthma in his raps. I want to
Yo,
hear about
you
heartbreak.
sick. You're
So
sick.
listen to this,
You're
bro.
sick. I ain't gonna
Listen.
lie. You're a sick nigga. You want to hit a nigga rap about
Oh my God.
breaths. You're a sick nigga.
Oh my God.
Fire.
I'm a necklace.
Mm.
Come on. Come on. This is pain. This is pain. That's a small toe.
I like how he's singing, but he's not
Pain.
doing too much. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
just using the range of his,
what he's
speaking
able to
voice,
do. His
kind of.
tone,
I love
yeah.
it.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I love when
So
artists
this
do that.
song is called Chronicles on Corday's latest album, and it's featuring.
Say it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm
Say
not
it.
gonna hold you. Like I said some wild shit last week. I'm gonna say some wild shit maybe this week. This is a perfect song.
It is.
No, it is.
That's great.
I absolutely agree.
It has her, Lil
Dirk.
Durk.
It's perfect.
It's the recipe, yeah.
And that's
No.
kind of why I was getting on your ass so much last week. Because I'm like, yo, bro,
And they
what can a
all
nigga
three
do?
of them-
He
all
got a
three of
song
them.
with Lil Durk, and Lil Durk I want to have a conversation about. Not because of what he's involved in, but talk about an artist that was granted a second opportunity in hip hop.
Yes.
I don't think they talk about that shit enough.
Not at
A
all.
lot of artists don't get the opportunity Dirk just got. If we remember, he was doing he came up with the whole Dirk shit. I mean, Chief Keef era.
Yeah, Coke
And that
Boys.
G Herbo, he was a part of that era.
And now look at him.
And now look at him. So you have one of the most high stream hip hop artists right now, Dirk, and her on your fucking album, and nobody gives a fuck. That was the reason why I'm like, yo, bro, I don't think it.
Nah, but I
Uh-huh.
give a fuck about this song.
right.
I don't know about the album.
So imagine if you actually listen to the whole album, Savon.
Yeah, I ain't.
There
did
might
that
be a
shit.
couple
He's like,
more
nah,
to
I'm
you.
not doing that.
I ain't even did that yet. I ain't
No,
even did that.
Alex, I like what you just said about like, oh, he has a song with like all the hottest features, and you just said right now, you're like, what more do you want him to do? So that proves your point when you were saying last week, you were like, it's not Corday, it's like the generation wanting something different right now, like the whole gang.
They want you to throw that
So
shit
that's
up.
just
I
reiterating
just feel
Alex's
like-
point.
They want you to throw that shit
I
up,
just
boy.
feel like because like you just I feel like
Yeah.
the totally
Oh
opposite.
yeah, you 14, right? Yeah. Give me some.
Oh my God!
That's what we doing?
Stop.
That's what we doing? That's what we doing.
No, he's
I feel
15. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, okay, go.
No, because we
This
need your background on this.
We do.
I think it's the total opposite. I feel like people are just not interested in Corday.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
That's
a
what he was saying
fan.
last week.
I love the project. The project's incredible. For me to go to one of my guys and say, "Yo, you heard that Corday project?" Nah, I'm not with it.
All right, here's
Why
my
not?
here's my
Why
rebuttal
not?
to
Yeah,
you.
why not? Like,
Here's my rebuttal to you. Last week I was mentioning how like I brought up I think I brought up like Goody Mob and Outkast. There was a time and eras where like other artists were able corny rappers. I don't even want to call Corday corny. But again, when you ain't throwing that shit up, when you're not screaming gang shit on every track, right? It was eras and times where those type of rappers was able to coexist with all the street niggas and everything worked and they both received the ample support from their supporters. It's not like that no more.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So anybody
that's
that
a
does
fact.
something
Yeah, that's
different,
a
they
fact.
label
Yeah.
as corny.
That's a
yeah.
fact.
Now.
Yeah,
And not
yeah,
that it's
like-
corny, but it's just
That's
not.
what they're label. Yeah.
I can understand that, but
Yeah.
again, like I said, I think when you make music
Yeah.
like this, and maybe it was a little bit ignorant for me to go so hard last week with not really being so familiar with his catalog. But again, I'm a casual consumer. Like I
You
come
didn't
on.
even listen to
I
the
come-
album.
Nah, I ain't
and you
listen to
were
that
going
shit.
Savon's
in.
important.
Nah, I ain't listen to that shit.
Oh
No, but
my
Savon's
God,
I ain't
important.
gonna lie to you.
That's
I ain't
okay.
listen to that bullshit.
No.
Like,
Savon is
At
important.
least you admit it. At least that's fine.
But
At least you admit it. Like,
Reggie, I come on this podcast every single week and say I am a casual listener of
Yes.
music. Like,
I know, but most people, when they're going in on certain artists and topics, at least they would listen to it. You don't even listen to that.
But
shit.
you know
like,
why?
Not even once.
because I am like
Yeah.
I'm gonna, and I hate this about me.
I don't want you to even defend yourself, bro. As a casual listener, you are important. When
Aw.
artists go out, no, this is real shit.
Nah, thank you,
yeah,
bro.
When
Thank
artists
you, bro.
go out
Thank
trying to curate an album, a single, I don't think people understand. They're actually trying to cut through to listeners like you the most.
Exactly.
Mm.
'Cause
And that's why I
yeah.
was speaking from the perspective
They
that I
already
was
got
speaking
their crowd.
from, because I know if it makes it to me,
Right.
it's a hit. It's out of here.
gotta
And not,
be.
and not because I have like the greatest
That was
taste in
shade,
music.
Alex.
Nah, but he's dead ass right. Bro, Reggie, do you
Gotta be
remember
a smash.
I came to this podcast hype about the #1 song in the country that I had just discovered. The Kid Leroy, Larray,
And that shit had
Justin
like
Bieber.
3 trillion plays
And I didn't
already.
know that. But that's what if it gets to me,
Yeah.
you're the greatest.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, but does everybody want to get to the
Me?
casual consumer?
I would hope.
That's
Do
a good
they?
question.
Do
That's a
they?
good
I don't
question.
know. I don't know.
I feel like some people
I don't think
really
they do.
that's not really their goal.
I
don't
guess
know.
I guess it
I
depends,
respect them for-
right?
I
I feel like
respect
as
them
an
for that.
independent act, no. But I feel like when you're dealing with a label and there's more business put behind it, yeah, you give a fuck.
Yeah,
Give a fuck.
man. I
Yeah.
just wanted to come on this podcast because if I could be loud, and I'm not even gonna say I was wrong because
Right.
I think the numbers show that somewhere he doesn't connect, and that's not a knock on his talent.
Mhm.
But I think first week sales to have all of these type of features to go on the press run that he did to date who he's dating.
Yeah.
I think that does
should've been
say to
bigger.
somebody that again, yo, I'm corporate man now. I'll be in these corporate meetings, nigga. I know how to read a nigga that
Uh-huh,
connect. Nigga.
uh-huh.
I be,
Yo,
I be working
in the
on
group
big
chat this
shows.
morning,
you do. You
Savon
don't
was
talk
throwing
about
us
that.
numbers and paragraphs. I was like, oh my gosh.
She was like, shut the fuck up.
No, I'm kidding. I love them. Because the numbers are up.
I'm dead ass a corporate nigga now. But I think,
Yeah.
you know, somebody like a Corday, when you have those conversations and you have those meetings, because I think the greatest thing that I've learned over the last few months or the last few weeks, right, and working in corporate America at HBO and shit,
Right.
like I see such a difference in, you know, the people who run things and like the talent, right?
Mhm.
So
Clear
I
difference.
put myself
Oh
on
my
that opposite
gosh.
side of, yo,
Mm.
if I was working in one of these positions and I had to have a conversation about Corday, what would that conversation be?
Right.
Because I'm listening to the people who are making the decisions and
Mhm.
who has all the data. And I think for me, it's like, okay, I wasn't far off in my criticism of Corday. And it may not be to his fault,
No,
but it's
not
to
at
his
all.
detriment because something isn't connecting.
Exactly.
When you have again, let me just say this. And a lot of y'all kill me on YouTube about saying Gunna outselling Weekend is wild. The Weekend is wild. A lot of people kill me for that, and that's cool.
Not
Maybe
a
y'all
lot
don't-
of people.
Maybe y'all don't understand how
Um,
algorithms work and streaming farms work and technology
Sidebar,
works, and that's
sidebar,
cool.
It was interesting to me to see that it happened again, like second week, but it was a way farther. Like,
But that's what I'm
Gunna
saying.
sold
It's all
70K.
fake. It's all
Shit.
fake. It's all
30K
lies.
sold 30,
It's all
but-
smoke and mirrors. The artists
All
at
smoke
this
and
point,
mirrors.
I'm convinced that they know that streaming farms is determining who's selling what. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation around Corday is what the fuck was I saying?
You were speaking to how do I speak for him if I was in these HBO?
Got
boardrooms,
it.
Right? Yeah.
If I was able to speak,
Yeah.
I would say like, look, let's look at his numbers, let's look at his reach, let's look at his demographic,
Mm-hmm.
let's look at his impact.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it shows in album sales that something is just slightly off. But I think this song in particular, and again, I will listen to the whole body of work. Oh, I know what I was saying. Eminem. When you have a song with somebody like an Eminem and you only sell 20,000
Come
records,
on,
I
man.
think it says something because Eminem is the stream farmed king.
Come on,
And I love Eminem.
man. You can admit to that.
Anybody that knows me,
Yeah.
like in my real life, I was a huge Eminem advocate and fan, and maybe I shouldn't say that with such pride and joy.
Yeah, I don't know if you should.
I
You would
should.
love Eminem.
when I was younger. It's been like a decade since I
Shout out
listened
to all
to
the
him like
Eminem
that.
fans. This is true.
But like,
Yeah.
I understand like his impact and his talent and his marketing, the marketing, the machine
Come on.
behind him. Like any artist and Alex, correct me if I'm wrong because you're the music guys, right? So, any machine that gets behind you, the way that the machine that got behind Eminem was, which was Jimmy Iovine, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent,
Heavy
that whole
hitters.
conglomerate at that time period, before the streaming wars really came about, before like people saw through the smoke and mirrors, because I think now we can kind of see through the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
Where before we
clearer.
couldn't really see it, right? Where now if you have a platinum single, your album is automatically gold.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I think so. I'm gonna be honest. I think they just changed the streaming rules.
Okay,
I feel
talk
like
to me.
this-
I
'Cause
think
that was
first
happening
week.
so
Talk
much.
to me. No,
That was
talk
happening
to
too
me,
much.
please.
I'm glad you asked.
Enlighten me, because
I think the single doesn't count for the first week anymore.
I don't believe that's necessarily true. I just feel like
Yeah.
the single counts less towards the
That's exactly what I mean.
album. Yeah,
They-
I
they
just
don't
feel
do it
like
the
it
first week,
counts
yeah.
less only because
Mhm.
I think it's been a while too. Because one thing I think if you were aware of, you probably would have killed him more than Corday. I mean, not Corday, than Gunna. Lil Nas X, he sold 100K on the dot and got outsold by Drake in the 6th week or third, 4th week.
Right.
Lil Nas X, who had two of the biggest records, both billion YouTube views, streams, is crazy.
Right.
Before the album dropped,
Mhm.
and then if you see his album track list, Meg, Doja.
Yeah.
Talk about the years they had last year.
Superstars,
In the
superstars.
right before the summer hit, he had Call Me by Your Name. He was doing the Maury. He had an episode of Maury.
Yeah.
He just did the videos that got y'all mad in the church and all of that.
So you sitting here like, how the fuck?
Wait, so you're saying that he
No, I'm
didn't?
I'm just speaking to the platinum.
Okay,
like
okay.
how much
he's
does a single
debunking
count?
my point. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I
So-
do believe though, and I'm gonna double check this, but I think I'm pretty right. The first week is no longer counted, and I'm
Okay.
gonna
What I
double
do
check.
know,
And,
what
but
I do-
every week after,
I had no idea.
Yeah,
And
that's-
again,
that's a new
that's
change.
why it's important for me
Yeah.
and
I'ma
people
double
who-
check that too
who
for y'all.
don't really keep up with music
Yes.
that way, is
Yeah.
that we have these
so much
conversations.
business involved.
Because it's a lot of big business.
Yeah.
And again, if I see somebody selling 165,000 albums, I'm gonna look around and ask my friend group, like, "Yo, are you listening to this shit?"
Naturally,
Because
naturally.
it's not reaching me. So how
Yeah.
the fuck
And
are you selling these kind of units?
And you know, this is not to disrespect Gunna, because I think I did see a comment like that. This got nothing to do with Gunna, bro. Gunna is an amazing artist. What we're
Facts.
trying to reference is we know the numbers that the
Yeah,
Weeknd been doing
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
I've been listening to the Weeknd
Yeah.
for over
Again-
we're going on maybe 8 years now. Way back from high school,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we know what he's accustomed to selling.
Mhm.
This got nothing to do with Gunna. I love Gunna, amazing album. I'm still listening to it, but
What I want to bring up
Yeah.
about the Weeknd is his second week sales were under 50K. I
Well,
believe
That's
it
what that was
40K.
my thing about it. Like
So even if
Yeah,
Weeknd
yeah.
is not using any streaming farms and only 40,000 sales,
so
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
that's crazy.
in his second week,
his
right?
second week,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
Weeknd hasn't
it's
dropped,
weird,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel
less
like a
than
lot
year
of the
after the Super Bowl,
the
like-
the
Yeah,
bigger
he did the Super Bowl.
the bigger kind of music outlets and media forms, they're not really talking about it as much. I think it's a really big case study to kind of look at and say, like, what is happening here? Like,
maybe
let's
Weeknd is not
talk.
connecting.
And maybe
I'm
no,
gonna be
and that's
honest
a
with you.
great
Think about
point.
it. Last album,
Maybe-
when he
Wow.
dropped that last album, he had the biggest record
Ever
still in his
ever,
prime.
in his prime.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say. So how do you go from record to record so quickly? Like for me, and I'm this is wild, but I'm gonna reference it.
Yeah.
So for me, right? Don't laugh at me, Alex.
I won't.
he
I mean,
already
I might.
laughing. He already
Nah.
laughing.
Nah, Reggie, don't laugh at me.
I might. My fault.
It's
Let
okay.
me
I'm here.
Because,
I'm here.
Let me get serious.
Again, I gotta go back to what I know, and what I know is the first 3 albums of that Neo had, they all
Of
went
course.
gold and platinum.
Fire.
Look.
Talk,
No,
no,
listen,
no. We
talk
don't
that
don't
shit.
say this enough. That run is
Naturally.
next to that Usher run of
That-
8701.
8701, My Way. Yeah.
Confessions.
I was just listening to all of that on the way here. Get the fuck out my head.
Those 3 albums,
Yeah.
if you look it up, phenomenal. We got In My Word, In My Own Words was so sick.
Yeah.
We got the second Because of You, and then the third album was Year of the Gentleman, right?
Mhm.
After those 3 albums, if you look back, the machine was pulled from him
Right.
because everything else looked and felt different.
It just feel different.
With The Weeknd, I'm looking at it with that same lens. Like,
Yeah.
is it being pulled? But there's no way it's being pulled because he's so massive. So what is it?
That's
Do
what
you
I was
think-
gonna say. Like, it's not what fascinated me more. It wasn't like, oh my god, how is Gunna selling this much? To me, I was more fascinated with like, why are the Weeknd's numbers so fucking low? That was what really like dumbfounded me more in the situation.
Because who wouldn't? And I want to look. Phone man, could you look this up?
Mhm.
Weekends. Who's the Weeknd signed to?
Weeknd is Republic.
He's all Republic now. He's
He's
no
Republic.
subsidiary under
XO.
XO, right? Okay.
Can I play a quick song?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna play the entire song, but I'm gonna play something from because this album, this body of work
Yeah.
is where I feel like it changed, and I've seen a lot of people talking about this album in particular, but this was one of like the standout songs.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
He just
once-
released a music video for it recently, like to
once he-
celebrate the
and
anniversary.
Once he got away from this sound,
Mhm.
from this kind of intensity in his music,
Mm.
I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Let's speed it up because I think there's a sound and there's an eeriness about him that no longer exists.
Right.
And I think his core fans, that's what he built himself on, was this kind of eeriness of these instruments, these lyrics, his tone. Just listen to the words. Mm.
Pain. That's pain right there, nigga.
He don't got no more pain.
Yo.
He ain't got no more pain in his music.
You want to know
that
what's
way.
funny though, bro? It's funny you bring that up. This is a very great conversation we're having right now. Now that you're saying that, in hindsight, I think he and his label, and again, I'm just spitballing. I could be completely wrong.
Facts.
I think they probably thought it would be a little bit easier to market him as pop.
Isn't
Oh,
this
yeah,
the
yeah,
album
yeah.
that where people were like, oh my god, he's sounding a little pop
This
now.
is Starboy.
Yeah, you know,
I'm
yeah.
on
Starboy.
the nigga Star. That's my
Yeah.
shit.
What song was that? So right after this,
and, and he had a. I
That's when
Can't Feel My
everyone started
Face.
freaking out, like, oh my god, you're leaving us, you're pop now. So
I liked it. I like that balance that he had. But
The
again, it's not a
balance.
conversation about the Weeknd. I think
Yeah.
in general, going back to the original point, which was Corday, my apology. I hope that any Corday fans, I
Yeah,
hope
no.
they accept it. Because what this guy did on this song in particular, especially with the artist that he had,
And they held their own too. Her and Lil Durk, they did their
just
job.
listen.
Look.
They did their job.
and I love her.
You know how she do. Look.
every time I hear a good
I
ass
love
song,
her.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
she
yo,
come on.
I can't wait to use this on my next vlog. In my little montages.
I love her. Like, Reggie, listen to this.
I know. I said it was fire.
Nah, it's her. Nah, it's her for real.
Nah, they did that. They
That's
did
I will say this, though,
H.E.R.
Honestly.
That's
that. I love
Gabrielle.
that, man. That was great.
I will say to Corday, man, just keep being you, man, and don't feel like you're not enough.
Discouraged.
Discouraged is a great word.
Aw.
Thank you. Don't feel discouraged, brother, because I was just telling a few of my homies just that make music. Because, right now, New York, the sound of New York is very drill.
Mhm.
Everything sounds very drill-esque. And not that that has anything to do with Corday, but my point to Corday is, as I was telling my friends and homies, like, yo, it's going to change again. What's in is going to change again. I know right now it might look like only certain niggas is going to win and going to get them platinum records and do what they got to do. But just you young dog, it's going to change
Don't
again.
follow the trend.
Don't follow no
That's why,
trends.
That's why
Yes.
I asked. I was like,
Yeah.
is every artist trying to get to the what do we call it? The casual consumer?
Yep.
Like, is that really his goal, or is he gonna stick to himself regardless?
Yeah. See,
So, yeah.
that's a good question. But the thing is, though, see, with the artists and shit, it's like when you see a mold that works. Like, think about it like this, right? Like, imagine being an artist and then you seeing your peers and you're seeing the tactic.
Conforming.
Huh? Performing?
You see your peers conforming to the trends,
Right.
and then you're like, fuck, I want to do that.
And then they having the most fun.
Mhm.
It look like they taking the most from it.
Mhm.
So it's like initially you're like, damn dog, like I know I'm myself. I'm true to myself. Like Rod Wave, right? Rod Wave just recently said, I think it was on IG Live.
Mhm.
He said he feels like he sold his soul.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he said he felt like he sold his soul. He had to put a song out to close like a $15 million deal or something.
Okay.
And he was basically ending that sentence off. He was saying something like, usually that's not me, but for $15 million, that was me. See, that's the fucked up part, because it's like kind of imposter syndrome is like, damn, am I supposed to be doing this?
And we can't criticize him because
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do if $15 million was on the line. So I don't know what if I would have like behaved in the same way that he did either. So that's why I'm never gonna like criticize like artists that like do this because it's hard.
It's fucking hard.
I completely agree. I'm just throwing that out there.
Wait.
I agree 100% because
What?
I feel like
What do you mean? Yeah.
I'm in that realm right now. Just me personally as a producer, it's just like there's a sound. I don't want to say too much, but there's a sound.
Say it.
And
That
it's,
they
it's
want?
budget. No, this R&B thing. There's a sound, and I'm not there. I'm in another place, but there's a sound, and they having fun,
That's fine.
and it's in New York.
No, see this producer, because we can really have a producer talk real quick.
Yeah.
See, my issue right now as being a producer in New York is they just assume I'm gonna do everything gonna be sound like drill.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not with me. Like I make a lot of like R&B type shit. Should I even make a lot of poppy
my
type
biggest-
records? And what I like to do now, Reggie, I like to try to combine all the elements that I like with all the shit that they like.
Yeah.
So hopefully that creates like a new sound. But I'm gonna tell you something, L. I ain't finna change what I like.
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
and I
Like,
had to
don't
come to
follow
terms with
trends
that.
because
No.
in a few years you're
Yeah.
gonna regret it. Because now,
Yeah.
like, God forbid, you wanted to follow the drill trend, and now you're like catering all your skills to learn that. But then, what if this wave passes, and now you're like, what the fuck? And then just to relate, I'm sorry, it's a fashion again. Like, let's say you're following the hottest like Fashion Nova Pretty Little Thing, and now you replace everything with just the trends. And now in a few years, you're not gonna wear any of that shit, bitch. Okay, stop. Buy timeless pieces. I'm sorry, I really want to talk about this.
Go
Like,
crazy,
just
go crazy.
stop. I just feel like just think ahead a little bit.
Think
Like
ahead.
invest in some timeless skills and
Yes.
pieces, and you'll be
Because
good. I'm sorry.
What y'all don't realize is the whole time you thinking you not doing what someone else is doing, you gonna be the change.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been having to remind myself, like, nah, bro, fuck that. You gonna be the change as to why shit sound different, shit look different. So just
And I
some food
know-
for
Just
thought.
stay
I know
true to
me-
yourself.
Yeah, yeah, Very important.
100%.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with you, man.
You urinated, you good?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
good.
also,
I'm
I
good.
want to mention something that
can't wait
Savon
to
said in his rant. He said
Yeah.
one line about there's so much difference between who's running things and the talent, and that always makes me think of that famous ass video of Bobby Shmurda jumping on the table and shit at a record label, and all the people were just like
Yeah.
mad confused.
Yeah.
But that's what the people want, and see, like the people in the office is like, don't be understanding. Well, shout out to all the phenomenal A&Rs,
Yeah.
VPs.
Executives,
There's
all
good
of them,
people
yeah.
in there, but
Of
for the most
course.
part, there's a huge disconnect. And I see that as a journalist too. Like the real sauce of like, if you want to get your songs to be written about, all you need to do is to get an editor to okay it. It doesn't have to be popular. If that one editor likes you and you have like 10 streams, but he wants to write about it,
That's it.
he will write
Let
about
him.
it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing because I'm like, they really hold so much power, and I just see that. I sit in these meetings. They don't know. I don't know. It's
No, that's
That's
frustrating.
why
It's
the
frustrating.
frustrating.
boutique label has risen, and that's why it's been such an important factor in the release of music. That boutique label where I say quality control,
Right.
shout out MBK,
Mhm.
Dreamville.
Renaissance?
The people
Mhm.
love Renaissance.
They're
Mhm.
killing it.
EXO, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just like these are people who are the middlemen per
Right.
se
Mhm.
to the label, the parent company, the Republics, Atlantics, all of that,
Right.
and the artists,
Mhm.
and they're filled with these executive justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
J. Cole, and these are the people who understand the music and understand the vision.
Yeah, 'cause
And
that's
the
beautiful
people in the
because
suits
that-
in the
Mhm.
boardrooms, they don't get it, and that's not a bad thing because this is not what these people don't have musical backgrounds.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
These are just
That's mad
financial
important.
people, the people that, you know what I mean, grew up in business and went to college for something that wasn't music, coming into
Absolutely.
this business.
Yeah.
They don't understand it. It's not for them to understand. And I feel like that's what's missing in the industry right now is the people, well, not really what's missing, that's what's important in the industry right now.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Is the people who understand and are able to, all right, let me take this person and trust their ear enough so that I'll handle the business
Yeah.
and I'll just, yo,
me-
you
let me-
think this is the one? Let's
yeah.
push it.
Let me translate for him in a sense. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like so when learning about certain operations and how things are happening, and obviously, I'll never reveal too much just out of respect and,
Mhm.
just understanding my place and my role. But I do feel like there can be a disconnect at certain times with these corporations and with culture. And I think it's people like, so y'all know, again, I always come on this podcast and I tell you my muse outside of what we do, like pop culture, music, my muse is sports.
Right.
I'm a big sports guy, right? And football, basketball, I'm in tune slightly with baseball. Now that sports betting is legal in New York,
Oh my
I'm
God.
in hockey, nigga. I
Yo.
fucking betted on the Blackhawks.
Yo, come on.
Like,
Yo,
and the
wait, what?
Canucks,
Nah, you
and
need
the
to-
I
Ducks,
hate this shit.
and the Kings.
talk,
Y'all
man.
niggas can talk to me. I
Say
know
it.
about
Say it.
hockey now.
I
Say
hate
we
this
need to
shit.
talk.
I have to
I'm
watch.
with it all,
I have to watch my
nigga.
boyfriend lose all of his money every single day.
Now, how that nigga call me? We gonna arrange some things, man.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like
yeah.
I've been betting
Nah.
on it all, but now not
he
only
be
am I
winning.
betting,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Savon be winning.
I do.
Hell yeah. No, I seen your bets.
Yeah,
I
you-
don't post them. I gotta start posting.
I be
them.
getting money.
You do be getting. I be getting money too. Yeah.
It ain't
Yeah.
HBO.
No, it
That's
ain't
the
HBO.
one bet, nigga. I be
It's that
betting.
side money, you know what I'm saying?
But nah. Shout out to HBO. I
Yeah,
love HBO.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So
And give your boyfriend some bet money. Might fuck around, pay the rent next
Yeah,
month.
Valentine's Day
I know
coming
you
up.
tired of splitting the rent with that nigga.
if your boyfriend
Will we
anything
ever
like
s-
me, give him some bet money.
Yeah.
No.
Valentine's Day coming up.
I be
That's
bro. I be
considerate.
turning 60 into 500
Yo, nah, that ass.
Yeah, and
every
he- he
week.
not
No,
the
give me
IG
$10.
he
I'm
not
gonna
the
give you a
IG
right.
commenter.
No.
every week.
Yo,
Like
this-
I'm really be hooping on that shit. But anyway,
It's legit.
I'm
It's
saying,
legit
like,
too now.
So with me, I think just keeping it to with sports and everything. I've been looking at people who.
Yeah.
All right. So this one word keeps coming up, in light of Antonio Brown. I don't know how familiar you guys are.
Very familiar.
But Antonio Brown, he is a football player, wide receiver, super talented, Hall of Famer, should be. He has the Hall of Fame numbers. But he did an episode on the I Am Athlete podcast, and they labeled him a disruptor. Obviously, I worked with Joe Budden for a very long time. He has been labeled as, or he is self-proclaimed a disruptor.
Right.
Somebody who disrupts something within that system, within the cog, within the
cog, yeah.
machine. You know what I'm saying? Within that org, you get labeled as a disruptor.
Mhm.
So I've been doing a lot of studying just on those outliers, the Kanye West, the Chad Johnsons, Chad Ochocinco, if you're a sports fan, football fan, anything like that.
I love him. Man.
We have disruptors in all kind of. If you're into tech, Steve Jobs was considered a disruptor.
yeah.
Like, it's just certain people. I think we spoke
love.
about it on the last episode that Levens was on. Right? He said, "Hey, I aspire to be a disruptor in this music game as a producer. I've seen when Kanye, when Pharrell, when Brian Michael Cox, and all these other people." Come into the game and say, hey, I'm going to change something. I am disrupting what you know as the norm.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
I've been studying those things, and I feel like that is necessary almost, right?
Yes, bro. Yes. I'm so excited you're bringing this up.
I
I could
Yes,
fucking.
bro.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes.
If there's nobody, if there's nobody,
Yes.
if there's nobody there to change it, then
Who
what is-
will?
Then what is gonna change?
But see, that's why I hate rules. I've always hated rules.
Mm.
I've always been the guy to like listen to rules as much as I had to, because why the fuck we gotta do this shit one way?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just
Yep.
never understood that till this day.
Yeah.
And again, maybe I'm a freaking lunatic, whatever.
Mhm.
But that shit don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
That shit
It-
don't make no
honestly,
sense.
it really doesn't.
Why
And
the
for
fuck?
me, so I'm gonna shout out and thank anybody who's reached out over the last few weeks, because I disconnected from social media.
We noticed.
I deleted
I thought he
my
blocked
account.
me.
Yeah, nah, I thought I was blocked.
I was like, what the fuck did I do?
What's good with y'all?
We thought we was
I was like, am
blocked
I
before
really
you
that mid?
deactivated.
I'm really so mad that he blocked me. Like, really? No, I'm kidding. No, because I tried to find your name and it was like non-existent. I was
It's
like, oh my god,
non-existent.
Savon.
The only place that you can tap in with me is this podcast.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the Finsta.
No, you ain't
You
gonna-
deactivated the Finsta too?
The Finsta is
Alive and
That's
well.
still there.
The Finsta is managed.
Managed.
I'm fighting
So-
for my life.
So let me tell you why I got
Yeah.
the Finsta.
Right.
Because I had this realization.
Epiphany.
Epiphany realization over the past few days.
Yeah.
The Finsta for me is for me to continue to feed my addiction. I know I have an addiction.
Yeah.
When I wake up, I scroll. When I wake up, I'm trying to consume information. When I wake up, I'm trying to block out the noise from whatever I'm dealing with in life.
Yeah.
So that's what the
That's deep.
Finsta serves its purpose for, which is why I follow so many accounts compared to how many accounts follow me.
Right.
Because on that page, I'm anonymous. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, who cares?
I don't care how many people follow me.
Yeah, nah.
Like,
I want to see what I want to see.
I've removed
Yeah.
followers. Like, there's been people in
Oh,
my
you did
little
my
Finsta
move.
account,
That's fire.
right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, wait, you know, this person follows me because they may have been in my close friends, and maybe I shouldn't have had them in my close friends, but I did, and I announced my Finsta, and now they're here on my Finsta, and I don't want you to follow me anymore, so I'm gonna remove follower. Like,
Swag.
you know, it's one of those things where I'm really selective about the people that I follow, the accounts that I follow, what I'm consuming on a day-to-day basis. But honestly, this morning when I woke up, one of the first things I did was scroll, and then I thought back to yesterday and the day before and the week before and the months before.
Yeah.
And one of the first things that I do is, I kiss my dog. I say, hey, Mace, I love you, baby.
Oh, little Mace.
And the second thing that I do is I scroll.
Right.
And again, I don't know
Damn,
if
you
this
pet your dog and scroll. Nigga don't even wash them out.
I don't even, bro.
Nah, but that's all
honestly,
of us.
I was
yeah.
about to say most people
No,
listening.
it's not all of us because
I'm
I
not gonna
had that.
say
I
all.
had that
Oh.
moment,
Oh.
like I think like a year or so or 2 years ago. I had that moment where I didn't like that. I woke up and I fucking scrolled. And if it's Twitter, it's mad negativity. If it's Instagram, it's mad people you're comparing yourself to. So I really
Damn,
made it
what
a
a
It's all bad. Yeah, that's all
Period.
bad.
Bar.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So I didn't
Yeah.
like that. So I really like I wake up and I don't touch my phone, and I feel dead because we brought this up on the last
Yep.
podcast. But I feel dead when you have to check your phone because he has mad operations and shit
Yeah.
and emails.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that about myself, so I changed it. And like now I just maybe like stretch or like just do something for at least challenge yourself for at least 30 minutes after you wake up. Just don't touch your phone.
It feels like I can understand the person who's addicted to cigarettes.
Is it? No, it's an addiction.
Through
Yeah,
my
yeah.
struggles or battles or whatever you want to call it with social media, because the first thing that I do when I wake up is I get to scrolling. So for me, I deleted my personal page. My personal page is the page that allows me to be who I am as far as a businessman, a creator, entrepreneur. Like that's where you kind of build that mantra and that brand of this is who I am, right? So I have all the followers and I have all the engagement, and that's where you go to post and you expect to get a reaction. I know when I post certain things on my personal account, people are going to hit me. They're going to DM me. They're going to react to it. They're going to laugh. They're going to cry. They're going to comment, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I already know. Like, that's just a part. That's what comes
He's
with
an
it.
IG baddie.
But
Yeah, he definitely IG baddie. Word.
thank you. But
He said thank you. He doesn't fight it anymore whenever I say that about him.
I might have that shit. 'Cause my name-
No, I mean you just said you expect responses, you expect the heart eye reactions.
Oh.
No, I know he's
IG
not lying. Like
baddie.
he's saying this because it's like true.
You got
like,
a
he's
waist
not
trainer
lying.
on the way?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yo.
You pull out that waist trainer,
Some
boy.
fit tea.
You about to get a BBL?
I-
Oh shit.
on my Finsta, I don't have to worry about those things.
Yeah, no reaction.
On my Finsta, I understand there's a very small amount of people over there. And maybe it's not like a true Finsta because clearly people have found me, and that's cool. Shout out to y'all for really doing your homework
Nah, it's
to
private
find
account.
my like private
It's a
weird
private
Yeah,
account.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, like shout out to
Yeah.
y'all. But on that account, when I do wake up, I still am able to fulfill that desire to scroll.
It's still
Mhm.
there.
But without the noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scrolling on the things that I kind of want to see. I'm scrolling on the things that, kind of fulfill me a little bit, or, it's sports, it's Alex, Reggie, Devon Terrell, and nature. and
That's
traveling.
beautiful. What
You know
more
I'm
do you
saying?
need than
Yeah.
that, Savon?
It's
Like
none of the action.
What your explore page look like over there?
It's wholesome.
Oh,
I'm Alex.
shit.
There's no baddies.
Ain't no
There's-
Jones on
there's
there?
No booties.
Wicked, no booty.
The BBLs are gone.
No
and
girls
Savon's
in-
like, I can't fucking do this anymore.
No.
I see what you're saying. Though. It's really like a cleanse in a sense.
Yeah, so for me,
Yeah, my
right,
explore page now is like fucking like mac and cheese and shit.
I had to understand that dynamic between my relationship with social media and my dynamic with just who I am as a person. And I say, you know what? I want to pull back. I'm going to pull away from my personal page
Yeah.
because it came with a lot. It comes with a lot. and it becomes a habit. It becomes an addiction. It becomes something you don't even think about.
You don't
It
think
just
about it.
Probably already
happens.
is an
Don't
addiction.
think
So for me, like I'm still, I won't say I'm one of those people that used to smoke cigarettes heavy. Not in real life. This is like a fucking theory.
Oh shit! I
Theory.
thought you. Oh, I thought you were dead ass.
I'm
That's
about to
why-
be like, wait,
No,
when you was doing
this
that?
is a,
Nigga never
um,
told me.
What's the word that I'm looking for when you compare something? It's a
Oh,
comparison.
comparison.
Analogy.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
analogy. There
Sure,
we go.
sure. Thank
It's
you,
an
journalist.
analogy.
Talking about thesaurus or
Right.
whatever.
So for me,
We need her. We need her over here.
Yeah, Reggie.
Instagram
Mhm.
is the cigarette. I am the cigarette smoker.
Mocha. Wow.
And instead of just going cold turkey, which would be tough, especially doing what we do,
Wow.
the Finsta account
Shit,
is almost
nicotine
like a
patch.
jewel pin or a nicotine patch.
Yo, you guys
Okay.
are loving this analogy.
No, I'm loving this. This is
That's
fire.
my
Alex
analogy.
is like, oh, you the smoker,
You-
yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? That's where I'm
He's
at
like
right now.
finishing a sentence and
That's-
shit.
That's my
Yeah,
brother.
that's
That's
my
my
girl right
brother.
there.
He already know
I
what
love
time
that
it
for
is.
you, though, man.
So that's what
it's like
this
a little
is for me.
cleanse. Yeah.
It's a cleanse. Like
Mhm.
it's
For
been
how
doing
long
wonders.
do you think?
Honestly, so when we did our poll and we did our fan engagement,
Yeah.
I had that thought of, yo, let me fucking go reactivate my account.
Yeah.
So I did. I was on Twitter
Mhm.
for about 30 minutes. I said, you know what? I want to build a brand. I want to retweet. I want to engage with our listeners.
Mhm.
And it didn't feel authentic to me. So I
Mm.
deactivated my personal account again. I was like, you know what? Whoever rocks with us is going to rock with us, whether I'm on social media or not, right?
Exactly.
So I just turned
exactly.
off the page.
Look.
I
They're
turned
not
off
following
the
you
page.
just because of your IG baddie page.
Well,
They're following you
Facts.
because they like you.
Yeah, so
that's fire, bro.
I don't know how long it's gonna be. I do plan to do it at least, for a few weeks. But I don't want it to be deactivated permanently. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll probably reactivate it within like the next maybe 3 weeks or something like that, and then I'll deactivate it again until I feel comfortable. Until I feel like, all right, you know what? I want to come off as my authentic self.
See, I like that because it feels like you had a realization of life goes on.
I did.
Mhm.
I think that's really what I be trying to speak to here a lot of the time when I bring up like the phones and social media and shit. Like, just understanding that, yo, everything is still gonna go
Mm-hmm.
without me being super addicted to a device. That's amazing, bro. You about to be set free, boy.
Mhm. Yeah,
No.
when you come back, you're gonna
Yeah.
be like, nah,
Yeah.
I didn't miss out on much.
Yeah,
And that's
feel
gonna be a
like
very
that.
freeing
Yeah.
feeling.
I feel like that. I've had people that I've spoken to within recent weeks that have told me, like, look, I'm off of social media. I came
Yeah.
on to social media just to wish you a happy birthday and check in on you.
Wow.
But I'm not
Mm.
really on this shit like that, and it's really done wonders for my life, for my mental health.
Look at that.
And I feel like that's something that I want to adopt, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to be a slave to anything. I don't want to feel like I have to live or put a certain perspective out there for people to accept who I am, right?
Right.
And
Mhm.
I think this is kind of a great way to go into something I wanted to talk about. So there's two people that I wanted to just kind of shed light on and send my well wishes. The first person is the Bryant family, Kobe Bryant.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Kobe, his
Mhm.
daughter, they passed away 2 years ago. It affected my life tremendously. I
Absolutely.
feel like I'm pretty sure it affected a lot of people's
It
lives.
shook the world. Yeah.
It did. It shook the world
Absolutely.
entirely.
Absolutely.
Again, going back to my muse, going back to something that I parallel my life to. Although I'm not a professional athlete, I kind of compare our journey and what we do on a day to day to sports, right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
we are competing. We're in this to compete.
Mhm.
When I left the Joe Budden podcast as like a full time work or whatever the case may be, I looked at it as, look, now I'm in the game. Now I'm taking myself off the sidelines. I'm putting myself. I'm ejecting myself into the player form. I want to be a player in this game. I
Right.
want people to look at my podcast and say, you know what? They are alongside the bigger names, the
Right.
bigger people, the bigger personalities in the podcast. So I'm very competitive in that way. So I do want to credit Kobe, his fans. I wanted to shout him out,
Yeah.
her out, her family, his wife,
Absolutely.
his daughters.
2 years. This marks 2 years.
It's been 2
Oh
years.
my God, the time is just going by
Mm-mm.
so quickly.
Wow.
Just so quickly.
It's been 2 years since that incident happened, that tragedy happened.
Jesus.
So shout out to Kobe and Gigi and Vanessa Bryant and anybody who ever loved that man, knew that man. He impacted the world, and he will forever live through his legacy, his hard work, his work ethic,
Absolutely.
and everything that he stood for on and off the court. Because I know, regardless of some of the things that have been said about him, he was still a human. He was still a person, and I think We gotta allow grace. I think that's one thing that we're missing in this world, or maybe in my world. Let me speak for myself. One thing that we're missing is grace, right? I don't give myself grace, and
I feel you, bro.
I felt that on an immense level. I'm
That's
about to get
just-
real deep on this.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready to go there?
Yeah, bro, because I kind of relate to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I put a lot of pressure on myself, but I think I do a really cool job of not making sure anyone can tell. So I
You
go,
do.
go. Yeah, what I put the most pressure on myself.
But
No one
that's
knows
why
that.
every little chance I
Yeah.
get to fucking spew my Reggie agenda of
Yeah.
giving yourself grace. That's why I always say on this podcast, like, I'm the one like, no, like, stop putting so much pressure on yourself, guys.
yeah.
Like, just relax. Like, if you don't have to grind like 24/7, sleep when I'm dead mentality. Like, that shit is not cute anymore.
I
It's
used to
not
sell
like
fruit snacks in elementary school.
you
All
don't
I
have to-
know is the
you-
hustle.
You don't have to do that anymore, Alex.
Yo,
You know what I'm
You
saying? That's
don't.
all
You're
I
good.
fucking
You're
know.
good now. You could relax on a
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
Oh wait, but I'm
Now
sorry.
go deep.
No. I don't know if you want to say this for later, but speaking of like life changes and shit like that, what, you said you fasting or something, Alex? Like what?
Oh, I'm gonna bring this up after Save On.
Okay. I'm sorry.
about
that
to go
just
deep.
made me think about like, wait,
Yeah, I'm gonna
what?
bring up that fasting shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up that.
So
But yeah, give yourself grace,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
for me,
Thank you.
I had a conversation with my mother this past week,
Okay, that's good.
and it was a real conversation because I've been going through things, and I feel like I've been leaving little hints here and there on this podcast. Like I've been struggling, I've been dealing with things.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like myself. I just been going through it. Like I feel like I probably had COVID. You definitely had COVID, and around the holidays. So I spent the
Yeah.
holidays alone.
Yeah.
I didn't go see my family. A few of my family members had COVID, so I didn't want to, whatever the case may be. It's real in New York. If anybody's not in New York, COVID is still a real thing. It's still taking lives. It's still affecting lives. So for me, the month of December was really tough, right? So because I have a big family.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see
Yeah.
my family during that time. I transitioned from a new job, a new workflow, a new everything. It was just a lot, right? Coming out of a wild year that 2021 was. We changed our podcast.
Yeah.
We changed it
lot
was
of
a lot of
transition, everything.
change.
So much
Rory
changes.
Mal, fucking see the thing is like
Our
there was
podcast, yeah.
so our podcast
Yeah,
like there was so much change that happened in 2021 that it didn't really fucking hit me
because we didn't have the
until
time to
the
assess.
end of the year. So
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
finally got that time, everything just fucking hit me on a level that I didn't expect. So
Wow.
my mom, she came by my crib and we spoke. And she asked me a question. She said, Savon, do you think you're perfect? And
Huh?
let,
Your mom,
and let me
man.
say this. Let me say this.
Okay.
Let me explain. Let me walk through it with y'all. So I know I'm not perfect. And my mother, she knows that I know that I'm not perfect. But I think some of the pressure that I put on myself allows me to move in a way where I feel like, you know what, maybe I can't be my complete self at all times. Maybe I have to show certain parts of me. And I feel like everybody shows certain parts of themselves. Like if you think about it, you don't show your 100% self to the world. Like we all have us to us that everybody's not supposed to know, or you don't want everybody to know.
Well, yeah, it's been there's been occurrences. of
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I was trying so hard to kind of turn the switch on where I feel like I had to represent something that I was and that I believe in, but that I always didn't hold myself to and that I didn't always live up to say better, right? So I was going through it. And before we even get to that, I want to shout out somebody, a friend who actually was on this podcast. Her name is Miss T Talk.
Shout out to T.
I love
bro.
T. Yeah.
Alex met Miss T Talk.
out to T,
Levin's
man.
familiar with Miss
Yeah.
T Talk.
That's the
Yeah.
homie.
Pierre familiar with Miss T Talk. Tiana,
She's doing a lot of
you
great
know,
things, bro.
she's doing great
Incredible.
things. I know she's
Incredible.
going through something right now, so I do want
Yeah.
to take this
Yeah.
time for our podcast listeners. And I'm only comfortable saying this because she announced it on her social media. If not, I would never say anything like this. But
Sure.
her mom passed this past week, and she was going through it. And so I want everybody who's listening to this podcast to just kind of go to her Instagram page, go to her Twitter page. Again, that's Ms. MSTEETALK, Ms. T Talk. Go to her page, show her some love.
Please.
Send her your support. Let her know that the Need to Know podcast and everybody over here sent you there to just flood her with love, because I couldn't imagine what she's going through. But
We
Miss,
love you too.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Miss T Talk Tiana, she was a real good friend of mine, and we grew up together since I kind of moved into the neighborhood that I did. And over the last 2 years, I kind of distanced myself for whatever reason, just trying to figure out who I am and some of the things that I couldn't really express. And so I kind of removed myself from a friendship that maybe I probably shouldn't have at that time, but I did. And you know, that was the decision I made. But seeing her make that post of her mom passing put life in perspective for me.
Everything full circle again.
Time is limited.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? Although I was struggling with my own situations, my own demons, my own thoughts, you know, somebody I cared about, I haven't spoke to in a very long time. And it fucked with me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's the human in you.
because life is so precious, life is so short, that you don't really fucking know when it's over.
You don't get to pick.
You don't get to pick unless you do
Unless
get
you
to
do
pick.
get to pick.
And
That's some deep shit.
And that's
Yeah.
the mind frame that I kind of struggle with. Is like, do I want to pick? Y'all hear me? Yeah,
When you say
Y'all
so,
hear me?
oh, absolutely. So when you say, do you want to pick? You mean for you? Does your brain take that as like a date, or like what do you mean by that?
It's a mindset,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah,
a
sure,
mindset. And
sure.
so going back to the top of this episode, you know, when I said, yo, Reggie, this idea, this concept that you came up, it was great. It was brilliant. It was amazing. But for me, it touched me in such a different way because
needed that.
I had
Yeah, I needed that shit too.
so much
Facts.
doubt. I had so much doubt. I had so much fear. I had so much, you know, I didn't know that people fucked with us the way that they did. And imagine if, you know, you do pick a date and say, hey, I know I want to check out, right? Imagine if I checked out, boom. I never would have gotten to see.
That's
all
why I'm
that I
saying,
got to
like,
see.
showing love, like, saves lives. It really does. That's why, like, you have to, like, give the flowers when you can, show the love when you can, publicly, let them know. Because you never know, like, when you won't be able to.
know.
And you know
never
what? That's
know.
interesting because from the outside looking in, people that watch this podcast or maybe know of you in general, right? They probably thinking like, yo, Savon
great.
got more money.
Yeah, he popping.
He's got a great new opportunity at HBO.
Followers.
Look at his followers. Look at how he does everything he wants to do. So a lot of the times it can be kind of hard for people to even gauge how you doing.
Yeah, they're like, Savon's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
I do hate that because
And it was
so
tough.
many things go on. Yeah.
It was tough. So, you know, I seen Regina King, her son, committed suicide on his birthday. He was 26, not too far in age from me. And then a few days after, again, somebody who I called a really dear friend, one of my closest friends, one of my best friends in my life. Her and I, we haven't spoken in 2 years, and that was on my behalf. You know, that was on me doing. And to see her, you know, post these pictures of her and her mother and knowing her status and her relationship with her mother while we were friends, like, it just kind of put life in a whole different perspective for me. So, as somebody who was dealing with just mental health issues and not feeling like myself and feeling like, yo, you know, would people be okay if I just was like, all right, cool, I'm off this?
Nah,
what if I didn't want to do it?
We would not be okay.
You know, but again, it just has.
But those thoughts go by.
Those thoughts go by.
Absolutely.
They go by, and I know
Absolutely.
there's somebody who's listening who may have felt like that at some point. And I do want to let you know, like, it does get better. Like, it has to get better. You know, so I've kind of dedicated myself to just being a better me. You know what I'm saying? Going forward.
I feel you. I really feel like the truth. Like, I really feel that you truly believe this. Like, like when you're talking to me right now, I'm like, yes, he's like dead ass right now. Like, he's really committed to
it clicked.
Yeah, you're not just saying this. Like, what I'm saying is, like, I feel the energy that you're like putting out right now.
Yeah.
That you dead ass mean it.
Like, I surrendered.
Yeah.
Like, I surrender. Straight up. Straight up. I know a lot of people go to church and they hear these terms and you say, yo, I surrender, I give up. But for me, when I say I surrender, it's like everything that I thought that I wanted, I don't think I want anymore. And it's not that I don't want success. I still want to be successful.
That's growth, ain't it?
But over this past weekend, dealing with my own thoughts and seeing people lose their lives, I said, oh, wait, hold up, nigga.
Puts things in perspective.
And then when Reggie came out with this amazing project to have like interactive fan engagement and to see what this podcast does for people, and it may not be on the largest scale in the world, but I don't give a fuck if it's just one person. Just one person saying,
real
you changed my life.
Exactly.
Yeah, telling us this.
You are a part of my life.
Exactly.
And it's like, fuck, Savon, how the fuck could you even think about not doing this shit no more, not continuing, not wanting to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, let's
It's also
figure it
not
out.
your fault for having those thoughts.
I was just about to
I was
say
just
that.
about to
We're here.
It's
not your fault.
it's not your fault for
No.
having those thoughts and those doubts. Like
No.
you're human at the end of the day.
Yes.
So that's why these reminders, like I think, not to be all dramatic, but maybe these reminders in that last section of our poll was a sign from God, like
Absolutely.
for people to like talk to you.
Yes.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
I
so
would,
many-
I wish people could read all of them. 'Cause,
Honestly.
yeah.
Because there's so many factors in life that kind of manipulate the our sight on things. You know what I'm saying? So again, back to what you were saying, like you be thinking like, yo, it's just me going through all this shit. It's not just you. It's mad other people going through this shit. But to feel the way you feel, bro, is never wrong. I'm glad that you came to the bottom of it and trying to come full circle. Like, okay, why do I feel this way? Who do I want to become? And where do I take this shit? I definitely do feel like you should try and rekindle something between you and T. Even if it's not on the closest of levels, just some sort of communication and love.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But shout
Nah,
outs
for
to
sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I reached out,
That's dope.
and
That's dope.
y'all know I got a new number and everything, so I kind of recalibrated. But
That's dope.
I did reach out because, you know, at the end of the day, like, this life shit is fragile.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, you just never know what somebody's going through. You never know what that could do to somebody. And I would hope that regardless of what I'm going through with anybody that I've had any issues with, or, you know, somebody I just went my separate way with, if something like that happened to me, I would hope that I would get that same respect. You know, I would hope I would get that same support. It doesn't have to mean we're best friends and all this other stuff, but
True.
at the very least, like, you know, something like that, I cannot imagine losing a parent. You know, unfortunately, in reality, we all got to have those conversations with ourselves about losing people we love. And some of us are a little bit more fortunate than others with death, right? Like, I haven't experienced anything like that yet. You know, something so significant of somebody who's a part of my every single day life, you know, but then just not there anymore. But being a person, being a human, being a little bit older, you understand, like, that's a part of life, right? So, yeah, man, it hit a chord that it fucked me up. And I want to say something to y'all that I told one of my friends, and she didn't believe me. But when I told her, she was like, holy shit, that's crazy. Maybe that's a sign, right? So on the day that I received the news that, you know, Miss T Talk, her mom had passed away, I had a dream, and she was in my dream that very morning.
Get out of here.
Miss Tito?
Yes, Tiana, Miss T Talk.
saying that.
But yes, Miss T
No,
Talk.
I really
Tiana.
no. I've had many
Get
situations
outta
where
here.
that happened. Where I believe like dream. Yeah, there's a reason why you dreamt
She was
that.
just,
Like
and it wasn't like she was a significant part of the dream, but
She was in there.
she was in there, and I didn't. We haven't spoken in maybe 2
it's a
years,
sign.
something
That's
like
a
that.
clear sign.
Clear
And
yeah.
then I was like, oh, wow. So, you know, I have reached out to her. And again, I just want anybody listening to this podcast, I hope you took something away from that, regardless of the message or anything that it was. But please just go, you know, send your condolences, send your love, support her, shower her with love and during these times, because, you know, it could be any of us at any moment. And, you know, we do all hope to have that love and support in moments of turmoil.
Yo, man, we appreciate you for being so vulnerable, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to even voice to yourself
Yeah,
how you're feeling about shit.
it
You know
is
what I'm
tough.
saying? So to come up here and kind of voice it just for other people to understand and maybe take something from it, that's super dope of you, bro.
Thank you.
That's super brave. I'm not going front, bro.
I appreciate it. I think,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I think going back to that, what I said a little bit earlier, which is how much of us do we really show to the world,
Right.
right?
Shit,
I
right.
think that's something that's
See?
super important.
See, I just got into a conversation about that shit this week, and maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong, 100% wrong. But
You're never wrong.
no, I'll be wrong as fuck.
I'm
I'll
kidding.
be wrong as fuck. But, you know, I was having a conversation with someone. I was like, you know what? I don't deal with people that I don't feel fully comfortable with being 100% myself now.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's not worth it.
It's really not worth. I just don't.
So can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. I was just having this conversation.
Oh, thank you. So, how much of your true, thorough self do you show the world?
Every day, I probably give the world about 95% of me.
I feel like I always show my authentic self, but it's not that I'm reaching everybody. Whoever I do come in contact with, I am showing my true self.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I am always showing my true self, but it's not like the whole world knows me type shit.
Yeah. Because it's like I don't know how to tuck it. And maybe that's a blessing that I was maybe given. I don't know, but I honestly don't know how to tuck it.
What
but
other?
But I can reference when being my full self. That when that party is not really receiving it correctly. So now, like I said, I completely distance I don't call those people my friends. I don't call those people my associates. I gotta be Alex all the time. And you gotta love me for me all the time. And I gotta be willing to be myself all the time around you, or I promise you I will get from around you. Because I don't ever want somebody to say, oh, you moving funny. One thing you can say about Alex, you can say whatever you want. I'm consistent in the way I deal with people and how I act with people.
Facts.
So to answer your question, it's as plain as that. Like I don't associate with those. Yeah. Because I only know how to be myself. You know what I'm saying? And again, though, I'm not gonna try and say that I don't know where you're coming from. Around certain people,
of course.
It feels like, yo, being myself, like
they're not.
It's not really.
They're not really meshing.
It's
well.
not meshing. It's not landing
and
correctly.
It's fine if they don't like perceive. Let's say you have one version of yourself that you know yourself as, which is your true self because you know yourself better than anyone. And then the other person is not receiving it that way. Like they think, oh my God, Alex is not nice or whatever the fuck.
I remove them as a follow.
It doesn't matter that they think that though. Yeah. It does not matter that girl thinks you're not nice because you are a nice person. So fuck her opinion. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But I don't
they're
know.
the ones that cloud your brain.
Yeah. And that person's opinion does not matter.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I had to extract myself from those people out of my life because I feel like everybody I deal with now, they can handle me.
Facts.
Yeah. I think but like what other version can we be? I don't know how to answer this question because like I don't know because I think I don't have to switch on and off with anything because I think I've reached a point in my life where I really like the girl that I am. So I don't know. I don't really have to switch my morals or the way I speak or anything like that, depending on who's receiving it.
Of course. But I think, when I ask that question, maybe it's not so much to change like your personality or who you are.
Or like how much you reveal.
But
like what you did just now, like a really vulnerable
range. Exactly. Like there's certain aspects of yourself that you kind of want to protect, or certain aspects of yourself that maybe you just aren't comfortable in living in or being in. Like,
but see, I think it's a combo in it. See, is that me not wanting to say how I actually feel, or is it the people around me that can be that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
I literally things can be true in this situation.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of the time it'd be that. Yeah. Because if you say you love me for me or you respect me for me, I should be able to be myself.
Facts.
All the time.
So I think it's not.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like it'd be sometimes we don't have that connection sometimes with certain parties. Like we never really had that lane or that talk where we could feel comfortable with each other to, say things that maybe I never wanted to say before. I feel like sometimes it'd be the environment. Yeah. Because I really feel beautiful telling y'all how, y'all know me, I give it up on y'all. And y'all don't ask. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, because again, I feel like it's a comfortable environment. And it's being positively received.
Whenever Alex walks in a room, he'll always be authentically Alex, mad fun, nice or whatever. But that doesn't mean he's out there telling everybody his secrets and shit like that. He's gonna do it in this setting. Sure. So in both settings, he's still himself though.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. But if you ask, I might tell you.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yeah, other powerful thing.
Talking to the mic? Yeah. You got a mic right there, brother.
Pierre got something to say. What's up? You talking Michael? What you talking?
Oh, my God.
What you talking over?
From my experience with you guys just being on the podcast too, the other powerful thing is you all kind of share at the same time. So no one person is always only sharing. So it becomes inviting in a sense too.
I'm so glad you brought that up because a lot of the times it'd be one-sided with who's revealing information about oneself. So then you feel like, and I was just going through this, oh my God, I'm so glad we haven't. I had to take somebody out of my life where I felt like, yo, every time we speak, it's just me giving it up. And it's like, why should I feel comfortable giving it up about me and you don't feel comfortable telling me about you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm so glad you brought that up because I feel like a lot of the time it be the people in that environment or that situation that make you feel like that. Because again, if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. I don't know what I'm hiding.
Nah, that's a fact. That's 1,000% correct.
Yeah,
For us, like the feedback that we got on the Need to Know Awards, a lot of it was like, oh, I like how all 4 personalities are so different, and you guys are always just like giving it up in the sense venting and sharing your opinion, but they're not all the same. So you get 4 different perspectives all the time, but they love the chemistry of it, and it makes a very powerful conversation.
Yeah, me like again, Reggie, God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. I am very thankful to kind of go through everything that we received this last week because this was probably one of the tougher weeks within my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a lot,
just feeling like I needed to be around people who understood me, feeling like I needed to just, kind of cope and realign, readjust, recenter.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's important to kind of know when you need to recenter who you are and what it is that you want to be. Like, I always told myself, this is one mantra that I live by, is I sacrifice my 20s to make the 30s my best, right? So with that sacrifice, I know what I sacrificed. I sacrificed Friday nights. I've sacrificed turning up. I've sacrificed the parties, the festivals, the big events. Like, I know that's what I did because in my 30s, I want to be comfortable. Like, I want to be retired by a certain age, and I don't want to wait and work until I'm 60 and
70.
50. And, it's not a knock on anybody that's done that. Like, that has been your path. You have to do that, right? But for myself, like, I hold myself to a high standard, and I think people know that about me. And when my mom asked me, yo, do you think you're perfect? And I've said in my head, like, I wanted to say her, like, yo, my nigga,
you
no,
good?
I don't think I'm perfect. What the fuck?
You
I
good?
thought they were gonna say yes, I'm perfect.
No. Nah, see, that's one thing. I ain't perfect.
I'm kidding.
The boy is fucked up. Like, the nigga's not perfect.
Oh my god.
But I wanted to tell my mom, like, no, I don't think I'm perfect, but I can understand why she, not from an outsider's point of view, because that's my mother. She's like my best friend. But I can understand why she would think that because there's been moments where I've suppressed certain things because I wanted to come off and wanted to be a certain kind of way. And I think now it's like, you know what? After seeing somebody again like a Regina King, her son, taking his life, transitioning on his birthday at such a young age. Again, my friend, old friend, dear friend, somebody who means a lot to me, whether we're in the best place or not, that's still somebody who affected my life. Like, with Tiana, Miss T Talk, I wouldn't be podcasting if it wasn't for her because in 2012 or 2011, she picked up a camera and said, hey, this is YouTube.
Yeah. She's still at it.
And she got on social media and said, hey, Savon, this is Twitter. Let me make your Twitter account. That's how infused she was in my life, in my career, where, she kind of showed me that it was possible to do some of the things that you wanted to do by just believing in yourself and having a hobby, having a vision. And so, I want to give her credit. I want to send her my condolences, my blessings, my love for her, to her. And I want everybody, that listen to this podcast to just, shower her with love because, again, losing a parent, I couldn't imagine. I don't want to imagine. And that's something that she's dealing with and she's going through it. And I know she'll get through it because she's strong. And, one of the things that somebody told me a very long time ago, something that Fabulous said, is God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So, let's continue to do that. Again, it started with Kobe Bryant. It started with Vanessa Bryant, his wife. And, let's take life for granted. Let's not take life for granted. Excuse me. Let's not take people for granted. And let's continue to just, live our best lives, man. Like, I really believe that. And I want to thank anybody who who listens. We have thousands of people that listen and downloads and streams and all that stuff. So,
and it's always been the numbers. Like, we know the numbers. We know how many views, how many streams. So with that impact, we've always just been able to look at, we hit this many thousand or whatever. But now that there are actually words and people who told us how they feel, it hits so different. Thank you guys so much.
It does. And it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. So I apologize if I kind of brought the tone down a little bit.
Man, needed talk, bro. And I'm glad you're comfortable with telling us that again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just so funny how life works, how God works. And when things happen in a chronological order, in the order that I couldn't predict. Like a week ago, I was smiling through it because I felt like I had to. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like we have no choice. So it was, I don't know. It was just a reflective week, and you know, I'm super, super appreciative of everybody. And again, I just want to send my love to anybody who's lost a parent, anybody who's lost a loved one, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, a son, a daughter, an uncle, an aunt, a cousin, anybody who's lost anybody, because, you know, thankfully I haven't experienced that just yet. And, you know, if and when I do, I don't know how it would affect me. Like, I probably wouldn't show up. I'm going to be honest.
I mean,
God
if you
forbid,
had a loss that big, of course, like, we don't expect you to just...
You got to take your time.
And also, like, for me, I think about this all the time. Like, I don't want to wait until I have to know what it feels like. That's why, like, I spend every moment I can with my parents, cherishing them, and just after this episode and like everything that was said, just take a moment, and if there's any hate in your heart, if there's any grudge you're holding on to, just reflect. No one's gonna tell you what to do and how to process that, but like really think about, is it worth it? And if it's not, just reach out to them today, solve that shit, because you never know when you're gonna speak to them again.
It'd be hard because I got mad pride.
See, but is it worth it?
It's not.
Savon,
It's not.
no,
I can't even lie.
okay,
I can't even lie.
For
It's not
pride,
worth it. It's
what
not worth
do you
it.
gain from keeping that pride? You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares?
I
Like,
can't. Honestly,
who cares?
Oh, 7 days ago, you would have got a different answer.
See?
Today, I can't even answer that honestly, because I woke up and, you know, I know for a fact, and this goes back to our mid-conversation of just being like self-aware.
You're reopening this thing for me. I finally got over it.
Tread lightly.
No,
Like this whole
okay.
mid-conversation, and the real underlying message that I was trying to give off when having that conversation was like being self-aware. Not saying we sucking with men. I don't believe that. We're great. We're killing shit. We up next, right? But just self-awareness. So for me, I know I've rubbed people the wrong way. I know it. Like,
just a tad.
I ain't perfect. Like,
Just a
I
tad.
probably said some shit, did some shit, whatever some shit.
Maybe
and
once or
you
twice.
looking at me
Maybe
like,
once or
yo,
twice,
I don't
nothing
fuck
crazy.
with this nigga's nut, whatever the case. Like, I know it. Like, I live this life knowing that, yo, everybody does not like Savon or me or you or
anybody
whatever.
here.
Or Alex. Exactly. Like,
People hate
like,
me. I told you. Let me shut up.
Wait, what?
Oh, we used to the Patreon episode.
Right, you remember the Patreon episode?
Oh.
Everybody doesn't like everybody.
No, they don't.
So for me, you know, I
go to
always
Patreon
struggle
for that one.
I always struggle with that dynamic of like, yo, I want people to fucking like me for me, and so it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle understanding that and just accepting like, yo, Savon, you ain't gonna be loved by everybody. You've done some shit, or you are maybe your personality just doesn't clash with everybody. So that's been my realization. Today I pledged to myself like every day. My life mission used to be to be the biggest, to be the best, to be the grandest. Like today, I'm here to kind of just say, you know what? I just want to be the best version of me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that looks like.
That's what we were saying.
Whatever that looks like. Whatever that looks
wait.
like.
Remember when Savon asked us, yo, what's your motivation? Like, I forgot why he asked us that, but then Alex was like, just to be the best version of me. And then Savon was like, no, we have to outdo.
But I gotta go through like depression to get there. Y'all niggas just wake up and be like, yo, I just want to be the best version of me. And I'll be like, I hate this shit.
I genuinely do. That's why, like, life is so fulfilling.
But you know what, though?
What else?
But you know what, though, bro? So, Reggie, I've been potting with Savon for 4 years. That's crazy. I've been potting with Savon for 4 years, right? And he takes these times where he literally go back to the drawing board and he go, like, I bet. This is what's wrong. Let me double back. You've done that a few times when it's worked. But I feel like this is the first time where you're really going to chip at your ego and pride. I feel like over the years, you've knocked down all the other shit, all the other bullshit that wasn't
and he's
really
apologized,
important.
mad
You've
times and
apologized,
stuff.
you've polished, you're an adult now, you're very mature when it comes to a lot of shit. You know, on here we like to joke though. But I feel like now, bro, you really about to chip away at that pride and ego shit, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the day I chipped my ego is literally the day I started. So you know how you said like, oh, I just wake up and just want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
I promise you, all of this shit died after I killed my pride and ego. I don't have pride and ego.
Yeah.
That's a lie, I do. But it'd be like
quickly.
I ain't gonna lie to God up here. But it'd be like 5% as opposed to 100%.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So it's like, why? Like, why?
Because
Why do you have to keep your pride intact? is what I'm asking.
Why
Like,
do you have to keep your
when
pride
you
protected?
really think about it, when you're
Yeah.
being mad prideful, you won't
Yes.
reach out to someone or whatever. Like, just ask yourself why. Like,
Yeah.
why does it matter?
Why
Like,
does it
just
matter?
reach out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the way that I
Because
think.
it's like, what do you win?
But also, I'm not gonna be dense.
You don't win nothing.
I know
We
it's
lie
hard
to
to reach
ourselves
out to
a lot.
people. I know it's
Yeah.
hard. I'm not gonna be dense about it. But just think about it. Like, you don't lose anything from reaching out to somebody that you fought with. Just
But see,
life
that's
is
the problem. The word. You use the word.
Reach out?
The L word.
What's that?
We don't lose
I
anything.
don't like
Lose?
to lose.
And on top of
But
that,
you
what do you
don't
win?
lose. But you don't lose. That's what I'm saying.
But what is
you
the
don't
win?
lose
But you're
anything.
right. And that's the
Yeah.
mindset that I gotta
Yes.
adopt.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so
Everything
freeing.
in life to me is a
Yeah.
Competition.
competition.
It's a
bro.
competition.
Yo,
yeah,
and
I
that's the
don't
thing.
like losing, bro.
Yo,
I hate
and
losing.
I
I'm
don't
not
give a
loser.
fuck
Yeah.
about
I'm that nigga, like,
competition.
I'm
Nah.
gonna win. I just
But
want to win. I
even-
want to show everybody I want to win.
But
I wanna
even
do
win
Yes.
is lose. But even win is lose. Gangster. You know what I'm saying? It's part
Can
of
I
the
just
game. Gotta
say
chalk
something
it.
real
That's a
quick?
fact.
Can I
Yeah,
just
bro.
say?
Win is
Can I
lose.
say something
Yes,
really
yes.
quick?
Please, please. And then
So
let's go to Patreon.
Alex has been potting with Savon for 4 years.
That's crazy, bro.
I've been potting with him for a few months, and now he's having these life changes.
He gonna have 4 more. No, don't worry. He gonna give you about 4 more.
Hire me as your therapist because I be changing them. No, I'm kidding. I'm not taking the credit at all. He did this by himself. I'm kidding. That was just
No.
mad funny though.
Take the credit.
No,
'Cause I've been trying to talk
no.
to
It
this
was
nigga
Savon.
for
It
4
was
Nah,
years.
you know what it is? We share
Take the
couch.
credit.
What?
You know what I mean?
She
Your
talking about?
energy, your energy
She
is
talking
just
about?
here. You know what I mean? Like I'm
See,
taking
I don't
your
got
energy.
that feminine aura for him to feel more comfortable with that
See?
shit.
I don't like niggas.
Yeah,
Straight like that.
Nah, I
I
feel
don't
him.
fuck with niggas like
Nah, I
that.
feel him.
So,
Sometimes
like,
you need that
I
woman's
love
touch.
this nigga, but I don't really like niggas.
Yeah, nah,
but I
feel
love
him.
him.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sometimes you
But,
need
you
that
know,
woman's touch. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. But yeah, man, I hope
It was a
somebody was able
beautiful
to take
episode.
anything from this
Yeah,
this little segment. Again, this was a fulfilling podcast. I had a really good time.
Yeah, I like this.
Again, like I said, please make sure y'all go shower Tiana, Miss T Talk
Please,
again
please.
on social
Send
media
her
with
love,
Send
peace,
her love.
and prayers.
Let her
please.
know who sent you,
Yeah.
because that's what it's about at this moment.
Because clearly that makes a difference. Like, even you may not think your comment, you're showing love, may not make a difference if you don't know her, but clearly that does affect people because we received it in our questionnaire and that really like made us happy. So
Facts.
go spread some love.
Yeah,
Facts.
That's
And
a fact. Yeah,
if you want to
that's a fact.
continue with our questionnaire, we will be posting on Patreon this week coming up. So please make sure you guys subscribe. We have a ton of extra content over there. Reggie is blogging. Devon Terrell is blogging. No, they're vlogging. Excuse me.
Vlogging.
Yeah, vlogging.
Alex
Yeah.
and myself are blogging.
Yeah, we're blogging.
Yo, Alex, I need some.
Would you
to-
guys
I
need some
vlog?
sauce?
Would you guys vlog?
Would I vlog?
Yeah,
I don't think I would
but
vlog.
I
don't
can't
know.
I'm not
imagine
a
because you see, if you watch on my vlog, I was at brunch like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you,
not
are you
a
gonna do
vlogger.
that, Alex?
See, that's what I tried to do it in the mirror. Look, you ready?
I'm not.
It's not easy.
I'm gonna show you. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's me. And then the phone dropped. Now, I don't know if
I
I'm
don't know, 'cause
That's what
I
I'm
can't see
saying.
Alex do
I
it.
can't see myself, but I want to
I'm
do
a
it.
blogger, but that's why we
Yeah.
blog. We got
Yeah.
words.
Yeah,
we
we
can
got
write.
words.
So a
Yeah,
vlog and a blog is
Yeah.
different.
But I
you
wanna
and Devon
vlog,
Terrell
too.
are vlogging, right?
Okay.
Y'all are killing it. Y'all doing your thing. Me, I get on there and I just talk about my life, right? Like I'll just give it up about some random shit.
That's
Hey,
fire,
hey
though.
guys, I'm ready. to
I
fucking
can't
jump.
imagine Alex just like at dinner and be like, "Hey guys,
Them niggas is gonna snatch my phone.
I'm at Catch NYC." Like I can't, I can't.
I'm gonna try it though.
But that would be entertaining though.
I'm gonna try it. Though. All right, I'm
Give
gonna try
it, give it a
You're
shot.
natural though. Like I put the
Think
camera
so?
in your face and you were like, "Hey guys," like I ran into Reggie. You're very good.
Do you know
Okay.
that's why I wanted to start a podcast with him? Because he was
What?
so good on camera.
Yeah, you stop.
Yeah, he's a natural. He's
I've
a
talked
natural.
about this before.
Yes.
Like I said, yo, I want to do this podcast with you because you mad dope on camera.
Has your beard always been
No.
like full?
Nah, he
No.
was like, yo, fuck
Because you have
out
a
of here.
camera ready beard.
y'all are making me feel so nice.
Why you telling me to fuck out of here 4 years ago?
My fault, bro.
But why you do that?
Hmm?
You hurt my feelings.
My fault, bro.
The nigga was like, yo, fuck out of here, nigga.
Wait,
I'm
when
filming
did
with
your
Mike
when
Epps
did
and
your
T.I.
beard
My
reach
fault.
the status? Like what year?
When I got single.
What?
All right,
He's
y'all.
lying. Bro.
Wait.
Anyway, go to Patreon to catch more on this episode. We are going to continue the conversation about
Yeah.
all of the responses. Please, 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 please,
And it's
please
mad cameras.
make
in
sure
here,
y'all
P.O.
check out Word. We got a ton of cameras. We got a ton of
You know
responses.
what I'm looking at.
It's what you need to know, when you need to know
Wait,
on
wait, which one are we looking
I
at?
don't even know.
The
Need to
need-
know
Need
podcast.
to know
Yo, there's 6
podcast.
cameras.
Yo, Devon Terrell, we love you, my brother. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry we got
Yeah.
this late in the podcast
Sorry,
to
bro.
talk about it. But leave-ins, phone man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
shit,
you was
yeah,
tapped in, but
Yes.
please let the people know what's coming.
So, the next single from the project, well, the first second, whatever, it drops February 11th. Popular drops February 11th on all platforms. Yeah, produced by
Alex,
me,
please.
Dev, Tosti. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to light candles to your OG's music. I can't wait to light candles.
Al,
to
did you produce on this record?
New
Yeah, I
Devon
did. I
Terrell.
did some production on the
Period,
record.
yes.
Devon, yeah, we all ganging it, bro.
Ooh, so L did some percussion on this record. So come on, y'all, it's coming.
Production, not
Oh, not percussion, just production.
Production.
Ooh,
Put some
whole
respect
thing.
on his
Not
name.
percussion.
Hey,
My fault.
you remember the first bar?
No, I remember. I ain't gonna spill it though.
Nah, we can say it.
Nah.
Let's save it. Let's save it.
Nah,
Let's save it. Let's save it.
Nah,
Let's
I
save
want
it.
that nigga to be here.
It's
I'm
amazing.
not-
It's an amazing teaser.
I'm
It's
not-
amazing.
No, I
Trust me.
don't
It's an amazing
remember it
teaser.
because he didn't send me his album. He only sent Alex's album.
Yo,
so.
Devon
Yo.
is mad stingy
Chill,
with his
chill.
music, but I
Chill,
respect
chill.
that.
Yeah.
But we gotta press him on that. Like,
Chill.
No,
I want
I
to go to the
respect
studio.
it. No,
I
I'm
wanna
not
go to the
gonna.
studio.
I would never.
Nah, I'm a bitch ass nigga. I want to go to the studio.
Y'all
I
want me
don't
to play
care.
y'all the album?
You gonna get fired? No.
Cut the camera.
Yo,
Cut the
wait,
camera.
what you need to know?
Is my
When
boss
you
here?
need
Is
to
my boss
know
here?
it.
Nah,
It
bro.
feel like y'all snitching.
Nah,
You're wild.
you
It's a lot
snitching
of
on
rainbow
You just said
energy.
it on air.
You supposed to be in school,
We'll
right?
be fine. We'll be fine.
Nah.
All right, y'all. This has been the need to know.
Yo, Foreman, shout out to you, man. Devon
Yeah, I
Terrell,
love
we
y'all.
love you. We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
bro.
Have fun, man. Show all of us how to be in love the right way, the proper way,
Yeah.
and continue to enjoy your day, man. It's what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. God willing, we will be back again next week. And if you want more content, if you want to connect with us on a different level, make sure you go to our Patreon because we are going crazy over
Yeah.
there. It's what you need to know when you need to know.
Yeah.
We out of here.
Gang.
Peace.